Welcome to DudeNoWay Live, where we embark on a quest to play the greatest games of all time. I'm your host, Moonchild of DudeNoWay, and today I got a frog in my throat because I didn't take a sip of my coffee before I started the show. What's going on, everybody? Thanks for being here. My softbox lamp is still on the way from Amazon, so I apologize if the color on the stream looks a little bit washed out. I can see my face is looking a little bit more red than it normally is. Let me just see if I increase that light. Does that help? No, I feel like that makes it worse. There really isn't a good way to do this. I'm missing one of the lamps in my studio, and because of that, it's going to make the color look a little bit weird. So, we are back after a bit of a hiatus here. Took a couple of days off so that I could get back into the swing of things, get excited about the show, and about playing some Overwatch. I needed a couple of days where I could just chill and enjoy myself, play some other games, and that was pretty fun. Played a bunch of Elden Ring. I was really enjoying that. I still have a lot more to go before I actually beat the game. I'm 500 hours in, and I haven't beaten the game yet, and the DLC comes out in like 3 weeks, so potentially maybe I'll stream that later on this week as well, and have some fun with that. But today is the mid-season patch for Overwatch 2, which means that all of the gameplay that has been sent in to me to be reviewed is going to disappear here in just a little bit. And because of that, I need to grab a couple of these gameplays and make sure that I actually review them. And so we're going to be starting off here with a gameplay review sent in by the Spicy One. This is a Lifeweaver gameplay, so we're going to be going in, we're going to be checking out, looking for mistakes and room for improvement. And if you would like to have your gameplay reviewed here on the show, you can send me the import code to DudeNoWayLive@gmail.com. That's the name of the channel, at gmail.com, without the exclamation point, right? And I would be happy to turn it into some content. Alternatively, if you would rather, you can use the Discord and swing on down to the Discord's channel that is Overwatch 2 gameplay reviews and drop your gameplay there, and I can grab it from there as well and give you guys a review and just see how you guys did. Now, this is a Lucio and Lifeweaver Flashpoint match. This is competitive. This is Platinum. So it says, in the email, it says, "We won this. Our Doomfist refused to switch and kept going far in, so I had to switch to Lifeweaver to save him." Which is, can sometimes be a good thing. Being Lifeweaver, you do have the life grip ability, which will help you save your teammates should they put themselves into a position where they obviously should not be. That being said, you never really want to steal the space that the tank made away from them, but it is important to make sure that you are like keeping an eye on the Doomfist when he goes deep, and there's kind of no better target to do that with than Lifeweaver, because Lifeweaver can hit somebody from far away with his heal from extremely long distances, and although it does have travel time, it's much, much faster than the Ofuda from Kiriko, and because of that, like, Lifeweaver can stand in a very far back high ground position and still heal Doomfist while he goes in and, B's Doomfist. If you guys don't know what that means, well then I guess you haven't played with the same Doomfist that I've played with. But Doomfist is more dead than he is alive in most games that I'm in, and that makes Lifeweaver a pretty good support option for him. Spud, what's going on? Thanks for being here. I apologize for the hiatus, but I appreciate you coming out. And how was your week? How's James doing? How's the dog doing? How's everybody on your end? We're going to be reviewing a couple of these Lifeweaver gameplays sent in by Spicy One because they are going to disappear here in like an hour, so I want to make sure that I at least give him a little bit of the review that he asked for, and he sent me in a whole bunch of them, so we're obviously not going to be able to get to all of them, but like they're mostly just it seems like he's not sending me in gameplays where he loses anymore, so I think he just is looking for a pat on the back, so I'm going to give him the pat on the back, because, this one says, this one doesn't have it, but a few of these just say that they're deathless Lifeweaver gameplays. Low deaths, deathless, and, so he must be doing good. So, good for Spicy One. We're going to check it out and see if we could find some mistakes and room for improvement, places where he could be coached, and just in general, I think that, he's heard a lot of my complaining and pissing and moaning about the things that he's done in his gameplays in the past, so he's got to understand by this point some of the things that I've laid out for him. So I'd imagine, since his deaths keep getting fewer and fewer along the way, that he's probably also climbing up through plat. So Spicy One, if that is the case, congratulations on that. And we see he's starting off as Lucio in this gameplay. He's got a Kiriko here as well. This is a very strong support comp. Swapping over to the Lifeweaver is actually doing your team a disservice in this moment. Keep that in mind, Spicy One, when you are playing. If you're playing Lucio and they're playing Kiriko and you swap to Lifeweaver, you just, you made a bad call for your team just in general. Lucio's just a better support character than Lifeweaver is overall. In comp, 2 seconds. Take your time. Take your time. And on your team, you have a Widowmaker and a Junkrat. Now, Junkrat is going to be very strong here later on today because the tanks are getting a Giga buff and they are getting reduced headshot damage, which means characters that don't headshot are going to be dealing more damage to tanks, but this is before the mid-season buff. So, Junkrat potentially not that great of a pick, especially against their kind of... There's nobody big on their team, really, to accept the Junkrat grenades, so he's going to have to be pretty accurate with whatever he decides to do. Going to be pretty difficult to hit this Sombra. Going to be pretty difficult to, hit their Lifeweaver or hit their Queen, and really get some good value out of the Junkrat pick. In addition to that, Widowmaker is not the call on the Flashpoint maps. She's just doesn't have the sightlines long enough to be able to fight inside of the Flashpoint places where she could actually be useful to your team. So your 2 DPS are kind of shit in this moment, and I wish that they would pick somebody else. I'm gonna fast forward to right before we open the doors here, just so that I can make sure that I don't talk about people who swap characters. All right, cool. So we're good here. Everybody stayed the same as they were. And then for your tank, you have a Doomfist. And a Doomfist can be incredibly hit or miss. One of the most powerful tanks in the game. Unfortunately, in my opinion, one of the most powerful tanks in the game. But also one of the worst tanks in the entire game if they don't know how to play the character. And if you don't know how to play Doomfist, he's an incredibly high skill ceiling character. And quick play is the place to take him and practice. But most Doomfist mains are bad before they're bad for a much longer time than they are good. It takes an incredible amount of investment and understanding, game sense, and speed to be able to pull off a good Doom. But when there is a really good Doomfist behind the controls, you can tell, and he is a menace to the other team. He will wreck an entire team on his own if left unchecked, but most of the time he just gets immediately put into the dirt. So on the opposite team, they're running a Torbjorn, which can be fine, although there's definitely better picks than Torb. They're also running a Sombra, which could be bad for your team, specifically for your Kiriko if she gets dove on and caught out of position often, or for your Doomfist if he dives in and then Sombra hacks him in the middle of one of his movement abilities and cancels his ability to move. This could be extremely dangerous for Doomfist, but Torbjorn and Sombra together are kind of a crap DPS combo, and because of that, I don't really see them being too oppressive. In my opinion, there are much better choices that could have been made on both your team and the enemy team in terms of DPS picks, but this is what we're working with. Their support lineup is also pretty bad insofar as that they have a Zenyatta and a Lifeweaver. Neither one of these characters are that good. Zen specifically can be really good to increase the damage of their team. With the help of the Discord Orb, you get 20% more damage, which could make Sombra an incredibly effective killing assassination target. Anybody that is hit with the Discord Orb and starts to get assassinated by Sombra, there's a very small chance that Sombra will not get the kill on them if they do have the Discord Orb on, because her damage is high enough. That's kind of her main thing. Her shtick is that she can assassinate people before there is enough time, and while she did catch a little bit of a nerf, the Discord Orb makes up for that nerf and then some. So the combo of Discord plus Sombra can be the thing that wins it for their team. But Zenyatta has a very small amount of healing comparatively to your Kiriko and your Lucio pick. Zenyatta very low in the healing comparatively, so probably not great. And then to combat the low healing, we have a Lifeweaver. But Lifeweaver, there's kind of no reason to have a Lifeweaver on their team. There's nothing really that benefits them as opposed to if they had like most other supports. Like a Baptiste would have been fine. Obviously, Kiriko, Lucio, obviously, like, Moira would have been better. Lifeweaver, just really not that good of a pick, although he does have really big numbers. So if you like to look at the scoreboard and think to yourself, I got a big number, look how good of a player I am, then maybe Lifeweaver is a good pick. If you're kind of small-minded in that way and you can't see the difference, like the nuance of the scoreboard, the scoreboard itself doesn't really tell you the nuances of the game, but Lifeweaver is a huge numbers character, so he'll have massive numbers on the scoreboard, and if that makes you feel good, well then go for it, I guess. Their tank being Queen is actually a pretty solid pick, because the damage from the Discord Orb combined with Queen's damage is actually very competitive, and Junker Queen can be a very effective tank, especially in this meta, but your team has the Suzu, which can, like, completely deny her ultimate's value, and because of that, like, the Junker Queen is going to have to be very careful about how she uses her ultimate, and in doing so, she will have to bait out the Suzu by applying wounds to a bunch of people. That would be my, best way, in my opinion, to bait out the Suzu, and then the Queen will be able to get a lot of value out of her ultimate. Other than that, the Junker Queen's gonna have a tough time getting value out of her ult, and if she doesn't get value out of that, it's gonna be hard to take your team down with the amount of healing that you as Lucio and the Kiriko are able to put out. Should be pretty easy to keep your team alive. Your Sombra, or their Sombra even, is going to cancel out your Widowmaker, and if your Widow does not play with the team, if we do not utilize the nut-to-butt strategy when you are facing off against a Sombra, if your Widow doesn't stand with the team, then it's going to be over for your squad, and so that's going to be something that you need to pay attention to. Call it out to your Widow if she is not with you. As soon as you guys realize that they have a Sombra, your Widow needs to get up inside of the group of the team. And if you don't, then she's just going to get farmed. She's going to get farmed by Sombra over and over again. So it is what it is. Okay, we got a new follower over on Twitch. Says, howdy, I'm impressed by your stream. As a passionate gamer like you, I can see potential for us to collaborate. Your skills are impressive. That's why I followed you. Would love to make friends and be a fan. If that's cool, chat me up on Discord. My Discord name. Okay, so I want to thank you for the follow. This feels like some copy pasta that you've dropped into my chat. Maybe I will check out your channel after this show potentially, and I will see if you are in fact a real person or if you just copy pasted your bot stuff into my stream. But either way, thanks for the follow, and moving right along here. So the game has started. We are in the first second of the game. I'm going to go ahead and put it on Spicy One. We are not at the spawn door, and the game is starting right now. I see that you are looking at your Junkrat. You're kind of wondering what is he doing right now. I'm kind of wondering the same thing, but just leave him behind. If he doesn't come, then we can flame him later for not being ready and competitive. We've now wasted 3 seconds. 4 seconds. We're finally moving out of the spawn. 5 seconds. 6 seconds. Spicy One, stop doing this. I know you want to speed boost him. You've wasted 6 seconds of time where the enemy team is going to be almost to the point already. Let's just look. Where's the Sombra on the enemy team is also not playing. Well, that's unfortunate, huh? It's unfortunate for the Sombra. Anyway, a fast Sombra and a fast, like, Doomfist can make it all the way to the flashpoint in, like, those first, like, 6-7 seconds of the game. So, don't waste your time. Just go. Just put it into full throttle. You waited a really long time for him. While I appreciate what you were trying to do, you have robbed your team of a team fight here. They're going into a 2/3v5 scenario, and you are in a bad place here. And then you used your amp it up off the start to try and get yourself there faster, so that you could try and get Junkrat there. You should have just left him. I understand what you were trying to do, but all right, so you're all here. It looks like their team is also not very good, so they're not together. So at least there's that, right? At least you guys didn't run into a very coordinated team. My team in comp, my lord, blame me when they weren't pushing forward. Listen, when you're the tank, like, everybody seems to think it's either the tank or the support's fault, or like if the enemy team has more limbs, then it's the DPS's fault. But it's never their fault, right? Like, it's very rarely in competitive do you get the we win as a team, we lose as a team mindset. And, like, it's almost never that you see somebody acting like, we were in this together. You know, it's always somebody else. It's always, you know, we could have won if not for this person or if not for this role. You know what I mean? Spud, don't take it personally. You're probably a much better tank than they are a player at Overwatch in general, no matter what role they were on. I'm just throwing that out there. They probably don't know their asshole from a hole in the ground. So, like, and I wouldn't be surprised if they're scoreboard Sallies either. They pull up the scoreboard and they're like, well, look at their team's, I don't know, eliminations or damage or deaths or whatever compared to yours. Literally miles behind me healing and shooting from another country, and they blamed me. Listen, if they want to stand in New Zealand while you're playing in Junkertown, like, that's, what can you do for them? You know what I mean? Like, if they want to, you know, if they got to take a boat over to Junkertown and you've already pushed to point 2, like, what can you do for them? It's not your fault. It's not your fault that you understand the game on a more deep and fundamental level than they do, that you understand when to push, when not to push. Don't take it personally. This is the whole reason why I don't like competitive, because not only do they not know how to play the game, but they're also an asshole, and that is detrimental to anybody having a good time while playing the game. Like, if you're not having fun, what are you playing it for? And it seems like in comp, most people just want to complain about their teammates. They don't ever want to take personal responsibility. Or, at the very least, say that they win as a team and lose as a team. Like, it's never, we could have done better as a group. It's always someone else could have done better, not me. You know? Don't take it personal. You are a much better player than they are. I almost guarantee that you are. So your Doomfist is going forward here. If he dives into the back line, it's going to be scary for your squad. But right now, I think that you guys are fine. As long as you get over here and keep him inside of your aura, you should be okay. You want to make sure that this Doom can try and get some value off the start here, because if you can enable him to get a pick, then you will be able to win this with the snowball effect of like the 2v5 or the 3v5. Excuse me. So he is going in deep. Just got to be a little bit careful. You don't even really need to shoot that. You can let Junkrat deal with that. You just make sure that Doom is with you, right? Just make sure he's in your aura. You're also not playing close to cover. You're standing kind of out in the middle of the open while you shoot this. You should be jiggle peeking off of this, I don't know what to call this like cylindrical piece of cover right next to you. If you had been doing that, you'd be taking less damage from it. You wouldn't have needed to amp it up. And you're like, dude, what are you doing? Why did you stand in front of that Torb turret for so long? Why did you do that? All right, so now your team is down a support character. The Zenyatta hit you. The Torbjorn's turret hit you as well. You got hit by the Zen volley, so it is what it is. Your Kiriko is back here trying to keep your Doom and the rest of your team alive. Your Widow is probably not going to be able to get a pick from this angle. It's just not a long enough sight line, really, for her to be effective. Her zoom is going to be very, very zoomed in on these characters. It's going to be tough for her to get an actual headshot from this far away. It's just a little bit too close. And again, this is not a great map for end game mode for Widowmaker. With your Doomfist taking a little bit of damage here, we need to keep your Junkrat alive, because your Junkrat actually is going to be the person that's going to be able to get a kill if Doom doesn't. She throws the Suzu onto him, grabs him a heal. That's good. This is good. And again, like you can see, your Widow is just pretty much wholly ineffective here. Really just doing a bunch of nothing. You have now taken damage, or your Kiriko has now taken damage here. Everybody seems like they're doing okay, though. Your Doom is not doing too bad. Their Queen pushes in on your Junkrat, and it is now a 3v5. You guys have lost this fight. It would be better to retreat right now. It'd be better to retreat. Doomfist isn't getting the value that he hoped he would. And there he goes, right? So this is classic Doom scenario. Doomfist goes all the way in. He's down to support. He's down to DPS. It's definitely time for Doom to carry. Better go all the way deep. And so Doom will likely be the next person dead here. And he gets hacked and immediately gets put down into the dirt. Oh, he's still alive. Oh, no, there he goes. Nope, I take it back. Not still alive after all. Their tank is also down, though. So at least there's that, right? At least their tank is also down. Your Kiriko is about to die here. You have amped it up on your way to the point, which is not great. No real reason for you to have done that, but at least it's off cooldown. Yeah, just make sure that you're... Exactly. Just make sure that your team stays up and start retreating. Like, start pulling back now. With your tank gone, you need to pull back and get out. More important that you stay alive. This is good. This is good. Where's your Kiri? Where did Kiriko go? Okay, so she is out of position. Tell Venom, I know this is a friend of yours, tell Venom not to push in while there is no tank. Like this is the wrong thing to do. They have spent too long. They need to understand the 2-second rule. They spent too long engaging. They're asking to die. Tell them to stop it. I know they think they're doing a good thing because they're Kiriko and they're throwing kunai, but they're not. Tell them to stop. You need to be engaging with your primary fire, though. Right, like, so, like, you have the potential here. You can jump around this corner right here. You could jump up onto this and then jump out and fire shots down into them. And in doing so, you're going to make it really hard to hit you from here. But if you peek around this corner at head level on the ground, then you're asking to be killed as well. You're kind of keeping yourself safe right now, but the enemy team is... You know, they're not being hit by you at all. So, and again, your Kiriko is still out here, just thinking that she is going to like solo kill the enemy team with her kunai. This is chump level Kiriko gameplay. Tell Venom to stop. All right, so there, Sombra kills your Junkrat again. That's not great, and their team is gonna have the advantage on you here as their tank comes back. They're now in the 5v5, and you have you have only 4 on your team. So your tank is already back. So at least there's that, a little bit faster than their queen, who we could see right here is still coming back from the spawn. But your team needs to get together here. Your team needs to get together and make a big push onto them if you have any hope of actually doing something. You're keeping yourself alive, and yes, you're keeping the team alive by not peeking out, but you're not utilizing any of your damage here. There you go. Well, at least you were here to peel, and yeah, that's good. That's good. You were there to be scary for your team and deal with their Sombra as she came in and tried to hack your teammates. So that is good. At the very least, you were able to get some value. You could have done everything that you're doing right now. You could have done from up here, right? So your Doomfist is about to dive in. You see that their queen is going around for whatever reason. I don't know what queen thinks she's doing over here, bro. Like what? Like where is she going though? Honestly. But anyway, like you could have done everything that you're doing right now from back where you were. No reason to jump into his face. There you go. Everything that you just did was for Doomfist to do, not for you to do. This is the same Lucio thing that you've always done in every gameplay I've ever spectated of yours with Lucio in it. And now you're getting killed by Zen again because you're not standing behind cover. Maybe you didn't see him in that moment, and I'll give you that one. Maybe in this moment you didn't see him. But diving into his face, diving into the face of the Lifeweaver is the same aggressive I'm the tank Lucio gameplay that you've been putting out for months now. We know better than that, right? The gun works at range. You see the Doomfist is low and you're still on speed. For what purpose? There you go. No need to stand in front of the turret. No need to stand in front of the Torbjorn. Your gun works from range. Please shoot them from far away. You're also not keeping your Doomfist in your healing aura here, and he's starting to take a lot of damage. He's engaging with their queen while you are more worried about the Torbjorn turret. And this is where you go down. And I mean, that's out of position, dude. You were out of position. You got outplayed because you were out of position. You should have been with the Doomfist when he left. You could have been behind cover shooting that. If you were so keen on shooting that turret, you could have done it from here where Doomfist was, kept him inside of your aura, and shot the turret from there. There's no reason to have been up there, but at least your team still has it, at least for now. So we're gonna go ahead and let this play. Oh, never mind. You guys have C9. Oh, no, okay. You're the red team. This always confuses me. You guys are good. You still have the points, so at least there's that, right? Lifeweaver uses his ultimate, and we can nullify the entirety of the ultimate by just not fighting him on the tree. Hopefully Doomfist knows that. And Queen is back here getting absolute value on your team. Free as hell, just able to chop your Widowmaker into pieces. Feels bad for you. Feels bad for your team. Your team needs to leave, I think, at this point. Because with the ultimates coming out, you guys can't win this. And your Kiriko goes down, and your Doomfist is still here. Does he leave? He's gonna go for it, isn't he? I bet you he goes for it, dude. Nobody left alive on his team. The only thing that a Doomfist main can think to do right now is to jump headlong onto the point, right? Okay, he didn't do it. Oh, never mind. He did do it. He just did it too late. Why would you jump onto the point now, bro? What are you doing? Oh my god. Here we go, guys. Classic Doom. Yes. Yes. And then he checks his phone for a second and realizes the whole team is there. Oh, and you went Lifeweaver and you pulled him out. You gotta let him die, bro. Why are you even here? You can't save him. You can't save this poor man. Yeah, just let him go, dude. Just let him go. I understand what you were trying to do with that life grip, but, unfortunately, you can't save him. He did what you knew the Doom Fist was going to do. Classic, bro. Amazing. Never ceases to amaze. Where is your, where's your Widow? Let's just see. Widow, where are you? And again, like the swap to Lifeweaver on this point, no real reason to have swapped over to Lifeweaver. I know that you wanted to save your tank, but your tank is not really the problem. The entirety of your team not being there for the team fight is the problem. Alright, so now we're going, so you're dead. Alright, so you skated the queen, that's good. That's good. That queen being on your back is very dangerous for you. Yep, you grab that health pack. Good stuff, good stuff. You're out of there, dude. Good stuff, good stuff. All right, yeah, so like the queen being on you like that, you had one more shot and she would have gotten you. You used the pedal perfectly. That was really good. Good movement on your part. You started to take the duel a little bit with the Lifeweaver who was out of position, and that is the right thing to do. You know, you do want to punish them for being out of position, so you did everything right there as far as I'm concerned. This Lifeweaver needs to get punished now. Your team should go and chase him. As much as I don't advocate for chasing, you guys got him so low, there's no reason why Doomfist shouldn't be jumping onto him. And here comes Zen again. Alright, so you lived, at least for now. The Lifeweaver on your side is trying to kill you, but you're using your cover very well. That was really good use of cover. Good job. This is good. Doomfist goes in. You are really about standing in the middle of the open and getting shot by this turret, bro. Like, this is the third time this game that you have let this happen. What are you doing? My guy, why do you do it? You're trying to contest the point right now. Not really up to you to contest the point, and in doing so, your Doomfist could die out there. But you die. Well, that's, I mean, again, it wasn't really up to you to contest that point, especially alone. Really no reason for you to have been there, but it is what it is. Your Doom should be able to kill this Torb, no problem. Okay, so your team is at least still here. Their Zen's still alive over here. Their Torbjorn goes down to your Junkrat, so that's good. Their Sombra is diving out, so your team has the point again. And again, like, dude, if you'd have just waited 3 more seconds, you would have taken the point back immediately. You know, and it wouldn't have made a difference at all. Are you back? Not yet. All right, let's put it on Doom, and we will, we'll pull it off of you, and we'll just, we'll watch it from there as your Doomfist kind of takes the aggression to the enemy team. Your Widow is able to get some kills on their Zenyatta, which is good. Getting a little bit of value. This stagger is huge, right? The stagger for your team is huge right now. This is going to make you guys win this point, if you can keep it up. You are back now. I see that you're firing some thorns, trying to see wherever that Sombra is. Maybe you can get over to her. Yep, and you're being scary on the Sombra. That's good. Trying to get the peel for your squad. That's awesome. That's exactly what you wanted to do. You've been damaging for too long. I know what you're trying to do. I appreciate what you're trying to do. You did not get the kill, though, and this guy needs to be prioritized more than the damage that you're putting out. Alright, so you did get it. Just a little bit late. A little bit late. Don't forget the 2-second roll. 2 seconds. You have 2 seconds to be aggressive. If it doesn't work, if you don't confirm a kill, you stop being aggressive and you go back to supporting. There are, frankly, other people who are better at killing things than you are. Like anyone else on your team. Literally anyone. So you guys are 1-1 now. It's looking good.
A pleasure.
Giving everybody the hellos. Nothing wrong with that. Traveling from point to point. Yep, you're taking the high ground for your Widow. This is good. Clearing out some of these railings. This is also good. We see that they have a Pharah now. It's going to be difficult for your team to deal with based on the characters that you have. Widowmaker is not a good counter to Pharah, except in like the highest of high ranks. And even then, a really high rank Pharah will still beat out a really high rank Widow. Words. I'm Elmer Fudding over here, dude. Welcome back, Spud. Did you play another comp game? How was it? So Pharah is not going to be easily killed by your Widowmaker unless your Widow is a really good shot and their Pharah is really bad. So just in general, your team probably should swap over to something that can more easily counter the Pharah. Okay, so your Junkrat kills her, which is crazy to me. But, I mean, look where Pharah was, right? She's here standing on the ground. So this kind of what she gets, right? Like this Gundam Pharah got what she was asking for. She wanted to hang out on the ground, and Junkrat, you know, made sure that she paid the price for it, so that's good. But like the reason that Widow is not a good counter to Pharah is actually really hard to hit in the air with a Widowmaker. Pharah or an Echo or like a Echo Mercy or a Pharah Mercy combo, really difficult to snipe, because the thing about Widow is that like her the way you get kills with her is by putting your crosshair level and then using your movement left and right to snag a kill on somebody, to snipe someone, right? The thing about Echo and Pharah is that their axis is constantly changing. Their vertical axis is constantly changing. So that means that you have to adjust with either your mouse or your right thumbstick, which makes it almost impossible to snipe them and get any real value. Like, they'll be able to hit body shots, but they probably won't be able to hit a lot of headshots because the head is constantly changing position up and down. When you use the sniper character, the way that you snipe people in general is by putting your crosshair where it should be and then strafing over top of their head, right? And that's not really possible with Echo and Pharah, who are constantly moving the space of their head in the sky, because like the right stick or the mouse is far less accurate than strafing to put them into the spot that they're supposed to be. Hopefully that makes sense. James is okay to answer the earlier question. Got gallstones, but he's alive. Oh shit, bro, you okay? Did you go to the hospital? It was a roll. But still sitting here stunned at my team blaming me when they were gone. Played Adventurer tonight in Comp 2. What is Adventurer? I don't know what Adventurer is. But, gallstones, that sounds scary, dude. Jesus Christ. I'm glad, you know, it wasn't more serious. So, you guys have the high ground position here. The point's about to unlock. You have your ultimate. You see that a lot of ults are coming online for your team. They also have their queen ult. So you guys gotta try to spread out a little bit. But in doing so, my adventurer is your enemy? Oh my god, that's right. That's right, I forgot. Your rival, the Gary Oak to your Ash. I'm so sorry. Did you kick his ass? Out of curiosity? So when their queen comes in with her ultimate, you need to be near your Kiriko so that you can all get the Suzu and deny her the value of her ult. You're capping the point here, which is fine. You are out in the middle of the open again. No cover, standing out in the middle of the open with nothing near you to protect you, nothing at all. So, like, bro, come on, man. Use your cover. Think ahead. Think about what's about to happen. You know, I know that the point needs to be captured, right? But you can still stand next to this, right? And then you have this pillar to hump. It's called pillar humping. And you run around the whole pillar over and over again. And you keep swapping your angles. And you keep swapping your directions. And in doing so, you will make it, like, impossible to be killed. When you stand out in the middle of the open like this is how you die. And there goes the queen ultimate there. You can see she got some massive value out of her ultimate. Got 3 of the 5 of you with your Widowmaker already down. Your Kiriko needs to get over to the Doomfist and Suzu, both of them, because they are the most important ones to stay alive. However, the Junkrat on your team is about to be down, which means you're about to be in a 3v5 scenario. This could be the end. The end of your push here. He hasn't yet, has to wait to see a surgeon. His diet can't have fat, so it's brown rice, chicken, and veggies. No seasoning, really. Miserable meals. I mean, I'm sorry that you can't have fat. That does sound rough. You could have fish, though, right? Do you like fish? I'm not sure, like, what is big in Australia as in terms of, like, what fish you guys eat, if it's different than here in the U.S., but, like salmon would be a baller meal, in my opinion, you know, with the exact same thing that you have already, brown rice and veggies. Like, you know, you put some salmon on there, or you get some, pretty much any kind of fish, really, right? I mean, chicken, well, I don't mind chicken, necessarily. It is my least favorite meat, by a long shot. Can't cook it in butter or oil, so it's something else. That's fair. There are, like spicy sauces and stuff that you could use, though, right? Like, so you could use, like buffalo sauce, for example, right? You could make spicy chicken. You could do, like, what's another good one? I keep wanting to say Symmetra, but that's not it. Sriracha, there we go. I was close, dude. I had to say it out loud and be stupid, look like an idiot before I could make it there. You know, the one with the rooster on it? He can't have spice? Oh, no. Okay, I take it back. What else? What else is there? It's miserable for real. Do you guys have a Red Lobster near you? I don't know why you would have a Red Lobster near you, but on the off chance, do you have one? So, at Red Lobster, there's this sauce called soy ginger glaze, and if you can go there, we've been Googling for days. Yeah, like, it's gotta be tough. You have none in the country. Holy shit. Okay. Oh no. I'm so sorry. I don't even know how to help in this scenario. How about the packets from ramen noodles? I know those don't have any fat in them. They're high in salt, though. What's the salt looking like? Can he have salt? You won by the skin of your teeth. I sent in a review for whenever. All right, sounds good. Sounds good. I'll be excited to see you face off against your rival. I just eat fatty foods away from him. Yeah, you gotta go behind, like, the, you gotta go out back, right? Stand behind the house. You're just eating your Big Mac, like, oh my god, it's so good. You got your Whopper from Burger King, right? You're just trying not to let him see. He comes around the corner, you're like, what? Nothing. You got a pickle hanging out of your mouth, you know? That's terrible. Salt is good? I mean, you could, okay, so, like, in theory, you could pull the flavor packets out of some ramen, right? And then you could slap that shit on the chicken. That could be pretty alright. I mean, if it's good enough inside the soup, it'd probably be pretty good on top of chicken. Wholemeal chicken noodles. Is that basically the same thing? Is that like, is that what ramen is called there? I honestly, I don't know. For us here in the US, it's Top Ramen or just ramen, is the name of the name of what I'm talking about. Go off, is what he can have. I'm so sorry, dude. That sucks, man. Especially since you have to see a surgeon. That means you're gonna have to get those things cut out of you. Honestly, that's low-key terrifying. Right, yeah, exactly. The 2-minute noodles, yeah. So inside of those, they're like 20 cents a piece or something like that. Or at least they are here. I'd imagine they're not much more expensive there. You know, you could grab the flavor packet out of that, and that gives a significant amount of salt. Like, in terms of how much you can. I offered him mine, but he didn't want it. Oh, man. I mean, it's gotta be miserable, right? Like, you gotta imagine it's pretty miserable. What can we make? We gotta come up with some baller, recipes for James. We gotta get him like a crock pot chicken meal or something like that. How about stuffing? Does stuffing have fat in it? I don't know. Like some stovetop? I don't know if you guys have that. The brand is called Stovetop. It's just a red box. It's got stuffing in it. I like stuffing a lot with chicken. I'm not sure if that has fat in it or not. It probably does, now that I'm thinking about it, because it's like breading. Just trying to think of what I have chicken with, you know? I tried honey and paprika, but it hurt his stomach, so no go. That's rough. All right. And he can't have spice. How about taco seasoning? How about like the old El Paso taco seasoning, right? Like you get the chicken, you cook it, right? And then you cut it up, put it inside of some water, and like you fry it up with the taco seasoning. This is exactly how it feels for us. What can he have? Yeah. Does he like tacos? I mean, I don't know, like we're attached to Mexico, so tacos are like a staple food here. So like that shit is everywhere. But Jay, what's going on? I'm back. Yeah, I took a little break, played some other games for a little bit. Also, I injured my shoulder over this past week, so I wasn't able to use my mouse really, and that made it difficult to like do anything computer related. But it's like it's on the up and up now. Not completely healed, but it's mostly healed. I went to the doctor, they gave me a steroid, so I'm able to like pick things up. I wasn't able to like do simple shit like put on socks or pick up the toilet seat for a couple of days there, so using the mouse was definitely a no-go. Yeah, so like tacos could be a thing. Like you don't even have to get the spicy ones. Whatever makes the stomach work equals pain. That is a pickle. That is a pickle. How about pickles? Right? I mean, like, I like pickles inside of... Sorry we made you laugh your stitches out with human soup. Yeah, you guys did too. That was hilarious. I think about human soup every day. I make a joke about human soup every single day. Campbell's cannibalism soup. All the time. I'm constantly going off about that. Anytime anything cannibal related comes up, I talk about it. And it doesn't matter if the people I'm hanging out with were there for it or not. I still talk about it. I'd be like, yeah, you guys hear about that new brand from Campbell's? That new soup? Yo, can James have the Campbell's soup? The Campbell's cannibalism soup? You know, I know he can have chicken. Can he have grandma? Don't stress too much. He'll have to settle with wholemeal honey sandwiches. Yeah. I'm sorry, man. I hope it goes better for you, dude. The one not made out of gangsters? Exactly. Yeah, there's a different one that's made out of gangsters. That's Campbell's gangster goulash, right? If she's not full of fat. Yeah, it's got to be a skinny grandma. It's got to be one of those grandmas that goes against the grain, right? Like, I find that a lot of white grandmas are, like, white people grandmas are, like, bigger, on the bigger side. At least, like, in my family and the families that I know, like, most of the grandmas that I have met that are, like, of similar skin tone to me, Irish, English, you know, we're typically a larger grandparent. At least as far as I can tell. Human meat pulled burgers. I mean, listen, there's definitely a market for that somewhere, right? You know, you got the barbecue seasoning on it. You put a little bit of pickle on there, you know. You got some, I don't know what else you put on barbecue, like pulled pork sandwiches. I imagine there's some kind of sauce, like a relish or something like that, right? That'd be pretty good. The famine? I mean, hopefully not. Hopefully not. I was watching something, I can't remember what I was watching. Oh, it was the most recent season of Fargo. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Fargo, but that show is fucking amazing. If you've never seen it, I highly recommend it. Fargo. What a great show. Holy shit. There's a bunch of really good seasons. The whole show is really good. And each season is kind of like self-contained, so you don't need to have watched the previous seasons to understand. Anyway, there's a character on the most recent season of Fargo who talks about being alive during the famine. And this guy is like, we had to eat rats. And it's like, that is literally horrifying to me. Imagine being in a position where you have to eat rats. Like, good God. That is, like, legitimately the most disgusting thing I've ever thought of. Or, like, mice in general. Yikes. I would rather have the Campbell's soup. Or the gangster goulash, I guess. Okay, so we fully derailed Spicy One's gameplay review here. So, Spicy One, your tank just got hit with the... Am I into sci-fi horror? I love horror. I love, like, horror slash, like sci-fi. Like, it's kind of my favorite genre of thing. So, like, that's why I like Elden Ring so much. That's why I like the Souls games so much. Like, horror is my shit, right? Like, I loved Resident Evil. I loved, like, the Silent Hill games, although, admittedly, I didn't play those as much past, like, the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 ones. But yeah, dude, horror is my shit. I watch horror everything. I'm not really a huge movie fan, but I really like TV. The difference in quality between television and movies has gotten so small that, like, now watching television, certain shows feel like movie quality. I have no mouth and I must scream. I don't know what that is. when you say that to me, as the nerd that I am, I think of Ryan Reynolds in the old Wolverine movie, where like he was Deadpool, but like the old version of Deadpool, where like his mouth got like sewn up. Like that's what I think of, like the horrendous horror game / story. Okay, so that's the name of it. Got it. Okay, I thought that was a reference, like something a character said inside of it. I played a lot of horror games though. I'll tell you after the review. All right, fine. All right. I suppose we should get back to the review, huh? Speaking of horror games, you ever play The Evil Within or The Evil Within 2? Their studio just got closed down by Microsoft. Those assholes. But The Evil Within was an incredible game. And the second one was the one that I started with, and then I went back and played the first one. Holy shit. Those games were sick. Those games were amazing. I highly recommend it. I want to say they're like $10 or something like that. $15 on Steam. Actually, I'm going to look it up right now. Store. I already have it, so I don't know if it'll show it to me. But let's find out. The Evil Within 2. Okay, so the second one is $40 right now, but it'll go on sale, I would imagine, at some point. I highly recommend picking that. Excuse me. That was disgusting. I'm so sorry. I highly recommend picking it up if you guys want to play a horror game that like you'll really enjoy. It's got a really good story, solid graphics, like all the way throughout, just really like creepy horror, and again, it has a little bit of that sci-fi, touch of the sci-fi in there as well. Really cool. Spicy One, your team got hit with the Junker Queen Ultimate. I'm sorry for all of this, Spicy. And in doing so, your guys need to get together and get cleansed by the Suzu, or else it's good game. Your Junkrat will probably be the first one to go down here. The best thing that you could do in this moment would be to look down beneath you and pull Junkrat up to you, although you are in a 1v1 with this Zenyatta, so I don't think that's going to be possible. And your Junkrat does go down. It's time to leave, dude. Yeah, it's time to leave. Just Life Grip Doomfist out of there. It's time to go, dude. He can't win. I don't know what he hopes to achieve, but he's just going to achieve seeing the respawn screen. There you go. There you go. You waited till he was very low health, but yeah, you guys gotta go, dude. You're in a 3v5, you can't win it. If your Doom was like if your Doom was Zach, who is the guy who sent in the master level Doomfist gameplay, if he was him, I would say fight it out and see what happens. But like your Doom is a platinum Doom or whatever rank this game is, and he is not doing what he should be doing to get himself to the he's not gonna 1v3 anybody with his skill set, so he needs to get out of there. I'm trying to be nice as possible. But he just dove all the way in, and he's mega deep right now. So the Doom... Oh, he came back. Okay, he came back. I take it back. I was going to say, the Doom is definitely dead. Let him die. I still think you should let him die if he goes back in there. Your team is getting back together here. You need to wait for Widow to get a pick before you go in. They have swapped their other DPS from a Sombra to a Tracer. They now have a very strong DPS lineup compared to your very mediocre DPS lineup. You want to use the tree as your team gets back. You want to call for your team to move forward, like to group up, and then you want to use the tree, put it like right here, and use the tree to initiate this fight. You can gain another ultimate before you really need it again, and the thing is, like, holding on to this isn't saving you. So tell Venom to hold on to Kitsune, and then utilize the tree to give yourself a bunch of overhealth, and then dive their Zen, right? Because their Zen will not be able to get away from you. So if your Doom dives in on Zen with overhealth, and you go in as well, and Kiriko goes in as well, and Junkrat goes in too, like, this Zen will fall apart. He will fold like paper, and you guys will be good to go. But you need to utilize an ultimate to break your way in here, otherwise you're not going to be able to do anything. Layers of Fear, FNAF, Squirrel Staple, Squire Staple, Bioshock, technically a horror, Iron Lung, Franbo, horror games I can think of right now. I have never played Squirrel Staple. I've never heard of... Oh, Five Nights at Freddy's. Okay, I got it. I've heard of that, but never played it. I've never heard of Layers of Fear. I played the first Bioshock for like 2 hours, so I never got... Everybody said that that game was really good. I never got past the initial sequence there. but I heard good things. Iron Lung, another one that I've never played, but I now live in real life. Go figure. I guess I'm Titanium Lung, right? I'm like the step up from Iron. And then Franbo, I've never played that one either. Are they on Steam? Are they PC games? All right, so they're you need to get out of the way here because you're about to die, homie. You about to go all the way down to this far as damage. You need to call out for a heal from your Kiriko. You need to tell her to stop using the kunai so much and to keep heals on people. Because if you die, you only have her to blame. Oh, she died. Okay, good. It's not good. Obviously, that's not good. I'm being sarcastic. Your team is dead. Going in like this, your Doom going all the way in while you just lost a support, what possessed him to do that, right? What made him think this was a good idea? I'm not really sure. They are also down one support. Their Zen is back here getting bullied, so potentially, actually, I think that your team has actually won this here, which is good, but your Doom should not have dove in like that. He didn't know that their Lifeweaver was about to die. You probably will die here. Okay, you didn't bleed out. You got hit by the knife, and I wasn't sure if the knife damage... If she'd have followed up with one shot, the knife damage would have bled you to 0. They're all on PC. I'll have to check them out. I do love me a good horror game. The thing about horror games, and the reason why I like them so much, is because I have played every type of game. Like, I have beaten the most ridiculous enemies in games, like the most absurdly huge, absurdly, like... powerful enemies in games, so nothing scares me really anymore, which is part of the reason why the Souls games are so good, because not only are they scary, but they're also hard. Like, the things that I play against in video games, they don't, like, challenge me really anymore. So, I come up against, like, the most horrendous, horrific fucking monsters imaginable, and, you know, and I cock the gun and say, come here, you big bitch, you know what I mean? Like I played games for too long that I'm so confident in my abilities that I very rarely reach a point where I feel like anything is actually dangerous. So, like, horror games are part of the fun for me, because there's nothing more fun than absolutely punking something that should be terrifying, you know what I mean? Like, I was like 13 years old, 14 years old. I guess I was like 15, 16. I was like 15, 16 years old playing God of War 1, beating the God of War, the literal God of War. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, and across other games, I've killed so many fucking things, dude. It's kind of hard to be afraid of anything at this point, you know? Layers of Fear is good. Squirrel Staple is weird as fuck in a good way. Iron Lung is okay in my opinion. You're in a submarine in a blood ocean on the moon. That actually sounds really interesting. Like, the setting alone sounds pretty interesting there, to be honest with you. Your Doom needs to get out. He needs to be smart. I don't know how he didn't secure the kill on that Zen.
Life protects life.
You used your ultimate for one guy. You could have life gripped him out of there, you know? Like, they're still going to take the point. There's not really much we can do here. Yep. So it's time to go, bro. Life grip this Doom out of there and leave. For your own sake. Yeah, there you go. There you go. You knew what to do, but only just too late, you know? Like, your game sense is good, it just takes you a little bit to get there. Let him die. Don't stand in that corner. The Pharah's gonna kill you. The Zen's gonna kill you. They have a Sombra again. Like, you are asking to die if you keep healing this Doomfist. He's done. Just let it. You lost this point. Accept it. Take the L and leave. Escape with your life, my guy. It is what it is. Good. I don't know what you thought you were gonna do with those thorns. That was very cute, but it, like, literally, you couldn't do anything about that. It is what it is. Queen is on you again. She's killing somebody on your team. Oh, she's killing your Kiriko. So don't go in without Kiriko. Don't go up to the next point without her. Just wait for her to spawn. This is good. You guys are up one. You guys are even.
That's better.
Even, comma, even.
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds.
I was correcting myself. You hear their Sombra is near you. You heard her say gotta go, and when you hear that, you need to know that you need to stay with your team, right? You need to nut to butt with your team, because if you break off from them, there's a good chance that you get separated and isolated.
I don't think they belong on point. That should do it.
Why are you letting Doom over here all by his lonesome? He is not as, like, the Junkrat is not as important as the Doom here. I see what you're trying to do, but your Kiriko is not here either. You know she just died, so... Okay. This is kind of okay. Your team needs to stay together and get ready for this Sombra. You going around on a flank on your own was the wrong thing to do. You just heard her say, catch you later. You just heard it, bro. Come on, man. Well. Oh, you got so lucky, dude. You got so lucky. That could have gone differently. You know what I mean? The Pharah used her ultimate, which held her in the air long enough for the Widowmaker on your team to kill her. So that's good. But again, like, when you heard her talk, when you heard that Sombra talk, you know, just stay with your team, bro. It's better. It's better for you. It's better for your squad. Got the heals going out for this Widow. That's good. Yes. Yes, dude. Yes. She needs to be prioritized. And then she can keep your team alive. Drop the tree immediately. Woo, buddy. Oh, that was about to be scary, huh? That Queen ult was about to come out and get you guys. But you guys were all full health, and Suzu is probably off cooldown as well. Let's just see. Suzu's on cooldown for another 5 seconds, so maybe she would have gotten value with that, maybe not. But she used it when no one else was alive on her team. So even if she'd have killed 1 or 2 of you, you guys would have killed her regardless. In this moment, I said drop the tree just to give your team the sustain enough, just in case, right? Their team, their Zen died, and I missed that at some point. But the team being here, like, you generated that tree so fast. There's no reason to hold on to it. You generated that tree by the time it took you to come over to this other point, basically, right? Literally like a minute and a half. I bet you hold it for longer than... Like, in general, you hold the tree for longer than it takes you to build another one. Good. This is good. You're using your pre-pedal so that you can save that there in case you need it. Put your pedal on cooldown so that if you need to readjust, you can rapidly do that without too much of an issue. You know that they don't have a Sombra anymore. Actually, you don't know that. But the person who's playing Tracer now is the person who was playing Pharah before. Before, the person who was playing Sombra was the person who swapped over to Tracer. So, a little bit of a switch up there. Their Tracer fell off the map, which is very funny. This is good. You're kind of holding back. You could use the high ground here and give yourself a better angle. You know what I mean? So, like, you have this. You can kind of jiggle peek here, keep them healed, right? And then as they kind of back up, you back up and give yourself this piece of cover, right? And as they continue to back up, then you drop down over here, right? And then you have this piece of cover, right? And you can move from cover to cover to cover to cover and keep yourself alive here. Your Doom is using power block with his ass face towards the enemy. That's not how power block works, bro. You have to actually block it with the gauntlet, or it doesn't work. Someone on their team left the game, I think. Let me just back up just a hair. Yeah, they left the game. So your Doom uses his ultimate. For what? No one's really sure. Is he gonna kill this Zen with it? No, he's gonna do nothing with it. Okay, so good for you, Doom. Good for you, man. I don't know what the point of that was. Stupid. He killed Tracer with it. I take it back. But, like, still, come on, man. I'll say one thing playing comp. People switch to Zarya as soon as they see I'm a diva. Understandable, but, well, the thing about, like, Zarya is, like, she has to get close to you for you to be countered by her at all, right? So, like, Zarya is a good counter to diva. However, you could just fly to the high ground positions and assault her characters that are on the high ground. And then what's she gonna do? Walk her ass to you? Like, what's she gonna take the scenic route, you know? She gonna put on her jogging pants and walk around the map to get over to the stairs that lead to the high ground? You could just never ever be in the face of the Zarya. Kind of like how Winston plays against characters like that, you know what I mean? And you could play Ring Around the Payload, exactly. Like, you can utilize your positional advantages to make it so that you never fight Zarya at all. You know what I mean? And then after that, after her whole team has been dealt with, then you go and kill Zarya. You know, cause like Zarya is only good against D.Va if the D.Va will play in a place where Zarya can damage her. Other than that, then, you know, like D.Va kind of just rolls the rest of the team. Or forces them to play right next to Zarya, right? So it depends on the comp. But, like, in general, like I said, she can only counter her if she's close. So you guys won this point. There's no way that they win this point at this point, right? This was good. This was solid. They're, one of their DPS left, which is also good. He's playing Soldier now. What? There are other DPS left, bro? I don't understand why they left. You guys are... You're even right now, dude. They just made it to the point where they are even. 2 of their DPS quit. You just made it to the point where you have 2 and they have 2. You probably saved that Widowmaker, but at what cost, right? Okay, we'll see Venom later. Yeah, see, you could have saved that for Venom. Nice melee. Nice melee. Good follow-up. Trying to keep yourself alive. Don't peek out when you know you're low health, though. Like, you don't know who else is around that corner. You can hear Zen, but you don't know if Soldier is right there. Like, we know that he's not right there, because we can see on the replay viewer that he's actually over there, right? But you don't know that. So when you're low health like that, just, in general, just don't peek out for a second. Give yourself a second for your health to start regenning. It's very quick when you're playing support. Do not face tank, ever. That's what you get. That's what you get. You know better than this. I talk to you about this all the time, Spicy One.
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds.
That Zen was out of position, so I do recommend punishing him, but not directly in his face and not without, like, anybody else helping you. Walking towards him in the middle of the open is what got you killed. Your tank has gone in with no support. He needs to come back. Alright, so he does. At least there's that. Concede the ground. Tank, go get a health pack. Wait for your team to come back. There's no reason for you to be here. Don't be an idiot. Just, yeah, dude, like, your team is now... You can't even get into a 5v5 for another, like, 15 seconds because of what just happened. I'm gonna put this back on you. We should all kind of just wait for Widow. You should life grip this Junkrat out of there and just tell him, like, hey, we're not in there with you. I know you see him critical over there. And you're gonna counter with your tree.
Come here, will you?
Well, all right then. Just save it for a rainy day, I guess, right? Just let him die, bro. Just let him die and leave. You're prolonging your team's ability to have a 5v5. Look at how long... Okay, I just want to back it up. Let's back it up to where your team started dying. Let's put it back on you. Alright, you're gonna continue to back it up. We're just gonna continue to back it up. We're waiting for the moment where the tank goes down, Kiriko goes down. Okay, right here, right? This is 11:25. I want you to look at how many seconds you rob from your team by trying to keep this Junkrat alive. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 7, 8, 9. Look at that, bro. 15 seconds you took from your team and their ability to have the next 5v5 because you were so worried about keeping a Junkrat alive that was already dead. What are you doing? You know better than that. Let him die. At least he would have died close to the enemy team, or to your other teammates, so that they could have respawned at the same time. You just prolonged your 5v5 by 15 seconds, while the enemy team has 50% to win this game. You know what I mean? This is not the time. You needed to back out. You needed to wait for them to spawn, let him die, and then come back as a 5v5 and drop your ultimates to win. You're backing out now. That's good. Wait for the whole team. Don't go in alone. Tell your tank we're not going in without the team. Tell your tank, we're gonna lose this game if you dive them. Stay here. Their queen is putting herself out of position here. Your tank needs to punish her. Your tank needs to dive on her and rocket punch her into the wall and punish her.
Evil can't hide from my sight.
But he goes the wrong way. What are you holding on to this ultimate for, bro? You need an invitation? You want me to write you a note? You need a permission slip signed? What are we saving this for? There we go. All right, so the damage from the tire is more burst damage than they have hit points, and because of that, if this tire lands right here and he presses the button right now, it will one-hit the soldier and the bastion. Potentially not the bastion, because the bastion still has armor health, but it will one-hit the soldier and will get value for your team here. So this is good. I'm glad you used your ultimate. We also have a Kitsune Rush. This is the end. We need to use whatever we can. You guys have used 2, so let's see if this tire gets value here. And it does. It got the double kill there. So we're gonna save Kitsune for the next fight.
Let the Kitsune.
Fucking goddamn it. I hate it, dude. Why did you use Kitsune Rush?
Time for the reckoning.
Their queen wants it real bad. She could have saved that. They have so much time, right? Imagine if their queen had saved this and waited till the next fight. They could have came in and used the anti-heal with the tack visor. Is that because of the swear, Spud? Is that because of the swear? Is that because of my reaction to her using Kitsune? Ugh. It's frustrating to look at. We gotta have more game sense than that, right? Like, we heard 2 get used. If you already knew that your other support used their ultimate with the Tree of Life, why did you wait until after the tire got value to then be like, let the Kitsune guide you, my guys? Like, come on. We got Fox power. Like, come on, dude. Jesus Christ. Cheeky angle. Cheeky. A thing that you could have done to have maybe made this a little bit more effective. And I don't see her around, so she's coming back from the spawn. If your Widow was here, this would have been an extremely cheeky angle for the Widow to have been, like, right here, right? And then just snipes down into their team and immediately gets one of the picks. I shouldn't laugh. I'm worried about how I played in my own review. Don't worry. That was Spicy One's friend. That wasn't even Spicy One himself. I try to be nice. Sometimes I do have real, visceral reactions to things, but in general, I try to be nice. And if this is nice me, imagine if I was an asshole. Right? Then they wouldn't be reviews, they'd be roasts. But I don't want to roast anybody. We're all having fun, we're all learning, right? And I always say this, we all make dozens of mistakes every game, even me. Every single game, we all make tons of mistakes. I can just see them with, 2020 and, hindsight and a clear eye, bird's eye view of the entire game with everybody's health and a full view of where everyone is on the map. So I get to make calls like that. A lot of these things we don't know at the time. Okay, right here, when the soldier pops ultimate, you need to get this person out of the way. Kiriko does not know the 2-second rule. She has tunnel vision on the Zen that she really wants to get the kill on, and in doing so, will likely end up getting herself killed. You need to life grip Kiriko and tell her, like, you can't die. If you die, we lose right here. Your Widow is a boss and is able to save your team from the tack visor. They have no other ultimates. You guys win this fight. Ooh, but what happened? Ooh, what happened? Oh, let's back this up. Let's back this up, because I want to see the absolute misplay on the part of your friend playing Kiriko, who was so hungry for this Zen kill that she got to see herself make the mistake from his perspective. Oh, man. Guess you should have stopped being so aggressive, huh? Oh, Jesus. Why did you Suzu the Zen? Oh, Jesus Christ. Imagine if you'd have used the 2-second rule and not gotten hungry for that kill and gone back to supporting your team. You'd probably still be alive right now. Crazy how that happens. Zen is one of those characters, dude. He'll kill you if you sleep on him. If you sleep on Zenyatta, he will put you in the dirt. There he goes. He's slayed 2 of your team by now. Your Doomfist needs to dive him because he can't kill Doom. As much fun as it is to dive the enemy tank and be scary to the enemy tank, like he really needs to have the wiener measuring contest with Zenyatta over here because Doom will kill Zen pretty much in every scenario. But if you go in and try and kill Zen, it's more up in the air, right? You'll probably get him because he's low. But yeah, Doom wins that like 100% of the time. Just keep Doom alive. Why did you jump down off that pedal? Trying to do everything you can. Trying to do everything you can. Right now, I think you're trying to damage for a tree, right? I think you're trying to put in as much damage as possible so that you could potentially get a tree and win the game based off of the tree. You can get all of that value with your heal as well, though. There's the tree. And yeah, so, like, you guys win this, right? Man, you are taking a lot of damage. Thank God your Kiriko is there. Okay, Junker Queen. Alright, well, we'll see you later, okay? See you next fall. Good game, dude. Good game, man. They can't do anything. They lose. It is what it is. Yeah, dude, you guys win. Yeah, exactly. Like, there's nothing that could have stopped you guys from winning when you got that tree. I know you were getting so aggressive at the very end there so that you could build up to it, and it's not a bad call either to have done that. You know, you don't always want to be that aggressive, but that being said, the tree would have sealed the deal for your team, so I totally understand why you did, and I think you did good. I think that was a pretty good game overall. Your Kiriko, your friend who plays Kiri, Venom, you need to tell your friend about the 2-second rule. You need to explain to them what it is. You need to tell them not to go on flank angles alone. You need to tell them not to run into the face of the enemy and try and get the kill. What is there to gain from that? Pretty much nothing. In general, it would just be better for her to have kept herself alive and utilized the 2 seconds that she had to be aggressive and then swapped over back to supporting somebody. And in doing so, she would have been a lot better off. And I think like in that gameplay, you did pretty good, Spicy One. Oh, another thing that I wanted to talk about. Stop standing in the middle of the open. Why do you not stand near cover? Excuse me, especially against Torb turrets. Like, you did it 3 times in that last game, where you stood in the middle of the open with no cover, and you paid for it 2 of the 3 times, right? Paid for it with your life 2 of the 3 times. It's not worth it to kill the Torb turret, to stand in the middle of an open sightline with it, and be like, haha, right? Or like with Lucio, I guess, boop boop, right? But like, come on, dude. You got yourself killed 2 out of the 3 times you tried that. You know better than that. Use cover. You can jiggle peek it, and the Torb turret has to then relock onto you, because as soon as you pop behind cover, it will lose targeting of you, and it will force it to retarget you again. You know better. Other than that, really good game, though. Really good game. This is one more. We're going to do one more, just because all of these review codes are disappearing today. So, like, in like 40 minutes, they're going to all be gone. So I'm going to quickly review through this one. It's only an 8-minute, 49-second match, so it's obviously a steamroll. We have... Where even are you, Spicy One? I don't even know which one you are. Oh, there you are. The video, or the email even, says, "We won this with a Bastion complaining about heals, and I didn't die except for getting solo ulted." Playing as Lifeweaver, I imagine you probably had a whole bunch of heals. So, a new hand touches the beacon, the object glowing behind you. What is that from? A new hand touches the beacon. Why does that sound familiar? And yes, it was an extremely bloodthirsty Zen. So on your team, I'm just gonna fast forward a little bit. A little bit more, little bit more, little bit more. Skyrim. A new hand touches the beacon. Man, I haven't thought about Skyrim and that quest in Skyrim in a really, really long time. Holy shit. That is like the demon quest, right? The one where it's like a demon goddess or something like that, right? That's like a, what is that, like a 12-year-old memory for me? Oh my god. We're going way back into the archives here for that one. I love Skyrim. What a great game. Did you hear that they just got a new modded expansion? Let me just see if I can find it real quick. I know it's a mod. Skyrim new expansion. And I'm just going to hit news. Where is news? Here it is. Skyrim gets an expansion size mod. I'll just drop the link right here. Daedric Prince. Yeah. I could hear the demon voice. Like, I could hear the, I don't know what to call it. Like, a voice with reverb on it. So Skyrim just got a new, mod that gives it, like, a massive, gigantic expansion. It packs over 200 new locations, plenty of dungeons ready to be raided, several NPCs, a bunch of quests. NPCs have additional voice lines not found in the game. There are 52 new books to find. It's a giant expansion. It just came out like 3 days ago. They're genderless, so appear as female, male, either. I didn't know that the Daedric were genderless, honestly. Like, I've seen them in different genders, but I never put two and two together that they were genderless. So their pronouns are they, them. Oh, what was that? How did I do that? Of course it's not going to show me now. Can I do it again? No. Oh my god, I just found something amazing. I didn't know this was in here. That's fantastic. Okay. You learn something new every day. I've been doing these reviews for months, and I just found a new thing inside of the replay viewer to make it go faster. That's terrible that I didn't know that. Alright, so Spicy One, your team has a Reinhardt. Crap. With a Bastion. Okay. Maybe this combo could do okay. Cries in PS4. Fast as fuck, boy. You know it. Yeah, apparently if I didn't know that I could make it move faster. I've been doing it slowly this entire time, for months. Maybe the Bastion can get a little bit of value having the Reinhardt be up in the front line. A common mistake that Reinhardts like to make is to stand in front of the Bastion with the shield up. They make a much better distraction than they do a window. As a matter of fact, the Reinhardt slamming into your front line while the Bastion stands from an off angle and like murders the entirety of your team is way scarier than a Reinhardt standing in front of them with a shield. Look at this adorable Reinhardt skin though, bro. I don't think I've ever seen this one. It's obviously a Christmas skin, right? It's got like a little snowman, but it's made of cardboard. You can see the corrugated cardboard pieces here. Very cute. I don't think I've ever seen this one. Got like a, I guess that would be like Reinhardt's mask made out of cardboard, drawn on with crayon. Neat. That's a cool skin. Actually, a lot of people on your team have cool looking skins. There's a dope looking Lucio skin here. It's got the gas mask on. I don't know why. I kind of hate gas masks. I kind of hate the way they look. And I think it comes back to, in Destiny, the class that I played, like half of their helmets were gas masks. And like, so like, now I just don't give a fuck about a gas mask. But this, in general, looks like a pretty cool Lucio skin, in my opinion. Pretty neat. The Bastion is just a standard steampunk skin. And then there's you. And where's your Pharah? Pharah? Standard Pharah skin. Alright, well, at least somebody was cool. Give me 1 second, actually. I'm gonna go turn on the air conditioner. It's 77 degrees in here. It's starting to get warm. Whew! My God. It's getting warm in here. I find them too plain in person, in my opinion. What time does the patch release? Tomorrow. What's going on, dude? Thanks for being here. I appreciate you swinging by over on YouTube. For those of you who are here on Twitch, if you're not seeing that message, that's because Tamara is here on YouTube. The patch goes live in 37 minutes at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Or at least I'm pretty sure that's when the patch goes live. That's when Diablo's new season releases, and since they're both Blizzard games, you got to imagine, right? Logic says that they should all release at the same time. What are we talking about? 2 plain gas masks? Spud? So on your team, Spicy One, you have a, yeah, you got it, you got it. Thanks for hanging out. We're reviewing a Platinum Lifeweaver gameplay right now, because all of these replay codes are going to disappear, and I wanted to make sure that I got some value out for this viewer who sent these in. If you guys are here and you're watching this now, and you're not privy on the shtick, if you send me your import code to DudeNoWayLive@gmail.com, I'll be happy to turn it into some content. And alternatively, you can join the Discord here, and there is a Overwatch 2 replay code section in the Discord where you could drop it there if you would like to join up. And you can also drop your Overwatch memes and stuff like that over there as well. We have a good time. So, yeah, gas masks are not my favorite. They're just, they're okay. Not my favorite, though. Cool Lucio skin, though, overall, I think. The team that you have going on here is not bad. At the very least, you should have a lot of heals. A lot of AoE heals from the Lucio. Being able to speed boost the Bastion and the Reinhardt to where they need to be. Pretty good idea overall. Your DPS is going to be solid with the Pharah. I'm not crazy about the Bastion, especially since they have a Doomfist and a Genji and a Kiriko. Could very easily get dove and killed this Bastion, so, but that being said, it might be okay. Depends on how much of a distraction your Reinhardt can be. The Doomfist is going to have to completely ignore the Reinhardt, get around him, and try to come kill you guys, but it's going to be tough when the Pharah's in the sky, like, firing down on him for free. They have an Ashe who can put out some damage, some pressure onto the Pharah, but likely will not be able to kill her too many times, so that's something that needs to be thought about. You are able to heal your Pharah from the ground as Lifeweaver pretty easily, so Lifeweaver is actually a pretty good pick when you do have a Pharah on your team, assuming that you're not going to go with the Mercy to fly around with her in the sky. The Lifeweaver is actually a pretty solid pick, because you can heal her while she's up flying around. And also on their team, they do have a Mercy, so anybody that you kill, you know that they are potentially just going to pick right back up. So you want to be careful of that as you move in. Your Lucio immediately uses Amp to get you there. For Lucio players who are out there watching this, do not use Amp off the spawn. Stop doing that. It makes you look dumb. It's not a good call. Stop doing it, please. For the love of God, stop amping off the spawn. Alright, they are here. Their Doomfist is already about to dive you. And there he is. Charging up his power block. Charging up his rocket punch. And he gets out quickly. Doomfist got the One Punch Man skin on. But he's dueling your Reinhardt, so this is kind of your moment to kill Doom. But he gets out of the way. Alright, he's getting heals now, so it's time to stop messing with him. We need to focus on the people that we can kill. This Ashe over here, we can kill this Mercy potentially. We can kill this Kiriko. And your Bastion combined with your Lucio are able to get this Doomfist down. Their Mercy even gets the res on their Genji, who is killed by your Pharah, so we know that we don't have to worry about Doomfist coming back, and Genji is a significantly less scary character to deal with than Doomfist, especially like a really good Genji versus a really good Doomfist. I would much rather have a really good Genji against me than a really good Doom, so I think in this moment your team wins this fight based off of that. Someone in my game did this neat trick where they boosted as Lucio, then switched to their real support, but we still got the boost. Yeah, that is kind of cool. I don't mind that one as much. You get a little speed boost, right? A tiny one. Their DPS need to be punished right now. Why'd you go up there and jump immediately down? There's nobody around to fight you. You could have stood up there and shot thorns down onto this Genji. At least put a little bit of pressure on him, right? This Genji he's so low, bro. If you guys had followed up on him at all, you would have gotten him. But your Reinhardt goes in and gets the kill on their Kiriko and their Ashe. So the stagger is massive. And then your Bastion follows up. You're in a good place in terms of the fight. Terrible place in terms of positioning. You have this point. There's no reason to keep standing on it. So, like, you could have been anywhere that gave you cover instead of the middle of the point. Don't forget about cover. You want to make sure that you have cover even when there's no one there, just in case. You never know who's looking at you from a long sight line. We need to kill their Mercy before she gets the res on that Doom. Looks like she's not going to, though. This is good. This is good. You kept your cover from that soldier. The Ashe on their team swapped over to a soldier. Your Bastion is able to kill their Kiriko again. You guys are winning this no problem right now. And your Lucio shouldn't have been up there. He had no reason to be up there. He got what he deserved. He wasn't anywhere near the team. He wasn't keeping any of the teammates in his aura at all. That's what he gets. He got exactly what he deserved. That's what he was asking for. He can't get mad about that. Bro, this Doomfist thinks he's gonna like out-wiener this Reinhardt, and I'm telling you, like, Reinhardt is like an 800-pound German dude with a massive hammer. Like, Doom, how do you think you're gonna survive through that? Like, in melee range, right? You just leave. When you're Doomfist, you just don't fight the Reinhardt. And that's how you survive. Alright. Why did he use it on one person? Nobody's really sure. But the stagger on their team is so real right now. The stagger on their team is too much. You need to go up with this Rein.
I am ready to raise the tree of life.
Why are you standing on the point in the middle of the open with a full open sight line to their team? Why do you do this? Why do you do this so much, my guy? So much. You do this. Stop it. Please. It's the #1 rookie mistake that you make other than jumping directly into the enemy's face. There you go. There you go. Utilizing this cover, you're still standing in the middle of the open. Cool, cool. This is good. Your team is putting in work on them. There's really nothing else that needs to be said here. Your Lucio is gonna die, and if he does die, maybe he will learn. If he dies a second time, maybe he'll learn not to stand directly in the face of the enemy. Got 2 ultimates used. We don't need to silly time them. I know that the Genji is using Dragon Blade right now. There's 2 ultimates used on your team already. With the Bastion ultimate and the Beat. There's kind of no reason to have done this. We are already up 1. Like, their team is down their DPS. All you need to do is make sure that their Genji gets little to no value, and you should be good to go. The Mercy reses the soldier. The Mercy immediately gets killed. The soldier immediately gets killed after that. And now we're just using everything, huh? Let's just use every ultimate to secure a fight we had already won. Why not, dude? Why not? And while it's not a bad thing to have won the round, you didn't need to do it by investing every single ultimate that you have spent all this time building up. There's no reason to have used 5 ultimates in that fight.
1-0.
I'm sure you know that. And if you don't, now you do.
Ready. Right.
We're gonna fast forward here. Fast forward, and bang. Okay, so your team is exactly the same. Their team has swapped from a Kiriko to an Illari, and from whatever they had before to a Zen. This is not enough healing to keep a team alive. Illari and Zenyatta is not enough healing to keep their team alive. They needed more healing, as a matter of fact, than what they had before, and for their characters to be in better positioning. But these 2 combined is not enough. They would have to be so accurate, so aggressive and so accurate. And while I think the Sojourn pick is a better DPS than what they had before, the Junkrat pick can also be pretty good. I think that their team is not going to be accurate enough to realistically get the kills that this type of setup would require of them to balance out the fact that they have little to no healing.
Round 2.
Feels bad, man. Feels bad. They lost this game at character creation. Okay. We're here. We're to the point. Your team has swapped over to an Ana, which I'm not really sure why we decided Ana was the play. Like, what on their team in the last round made Iceman think, bro, what we need to win this next round is an old lady with a sniper rifle? Like, what part of the last round made you think Ana was the play? I would love to know the logic behind that. Flo, what's going on, dude? It's good to see me back. It's good to see you back. I'm happy that you're here. Thank you for sending me a message the other night. It really made me happy. And thank you to Cell and to Spud as well for sending me messages in the Discord. It really made me happy to see those. You know, it's nice to feel wanted, you know? It's nice to feel like people care about the content you're making, even if I'm not seeing the number go up as fast as I would like on the subscriber count and stuff like that. It's really nice to know that you guys care and that you were enjoying spending time with me and hanging out for all the days and all of the weeks and months that we've been out here playing Overwatch together. It means a lot. I had injured I wanted to come back a couple of days ago, but I injured my shoulder on the mouse arm, and I was barely able to do anything. So, like, I couldn't put on socks, I couldn't lift the toilet seat, and I damn sure couldn't use the mouse to aim. So I went to the doctor, and they gave me a steroid, and I'm a couple days into the steroid medication now, and the swelling on my arm has gone down a lot, so that's good. I don't know what I did, bro. I just destroyed myself at some point. I didn't even, like, have, like, an injury that made sense for me to be in that much pain, but all of a sudden it was like, hey, no right arm for you, fam. And I was like, well, okay, I guess. So that was wild, but like I said, we're doing a lot better now. Not fully healed, but a lot better than it was. I didn't get to respond yet, but wanted to check up. Hope nothing bad was going on. Nah, we're all good. We're all good. Just a little bit of an injury. Plus the mid-season was coming out, so I took some time. I played Elden Ring. I watched some stuff that I had in my backlog of things that I wanted to watch, and just took a couple of days to do something other than Overwatch in this meantime. And now we're back. We're gonna be doing our regularly scheduled programming, and I really gotta buckle down and start making some video content for Overwatch. I did some trend research, and I was looking at the popularity of this game compared to other games and stuff like that. And I did not like what I saw, which is what made me take the break originally. And, after a couple of days, I was like, man, I really kind of miss playing Overwatch. And, like, I miss the team, like you guys. I miss the team play that we have. I miss the PvP aspect of it, because I'm not playing any other PvP games right now. There's nothing in the market that really tickles my fancy at this particular moment in time. Although I did see that the Marvel Rivals game came out, but it's only in alpha testing, so I can't actually see what the, like, Marvel version of Overwatch is yet. But the game did come out, and, it looks okay. It's not going to be any Overwatch, so I guarantee it's not going to be one of those games that, like, skyrockets in popularity, like a Helldivers or a Pal World or something like that, So, yeah, just took a few days, and like I said, I had that injury. I wanted to come back on, like, Sunday, but I couldn't lift my arm. So I could lift it with my other arm, which is stupid, right? Like, I felt like Gohan at the end of the Cell Saga. If you guys remember that reference, excuse me, where, like, his arm was all destroyed, and he was, like, holding it the whole time, and it was all limp. That was me for a couple of days there. And to be able to move it, I had to lift it with my left arm, and then, like, pull it forward, right? I reloaded the page every night, hoping I'd see you live at 11. Oh, my God, that breaks my heart. Thank you. I'm here. I'm live. We're in it. We're doing it. We're back. We're good. Everything's good. We got the new Giga buffed tanks to look forward to in like 20 minutes here. So worried Campbell got me too. Nah, Campbell didn't get me. I'm a gangster. They haven't patented the gangster goulash yet. So I'm safe, at least for now. We don't have to worry about them yet. But that is hilarious though. But yeah, so the Giga buff tanks is coming out in like 20 minutes, and that means that we're gonna see Spud at an entirely new level of crazy. Like, as good as Spud was before, she's about to be even better here in a little bit, which is kind of wild to think about. But yes, Spud's gonna be having her cake and eating it too with these new tank changes. Rivals has me a little excited. I really like Marvel, like, and not just Marvel, but like superheroes, comic books in general. Like, I'm not a huge comic nerd. Like, I never really bought comic books as a kid, but there's an app or there was an app. I don't know if it's still around, honestly, but there was an app where you could subscribe to Marvel for like a monthly fee, and they would let you read comic books as PDFs. And I loved the shit out of that, bro. Like when my daughter was, when my ex was pregnant and my daughter was in the womb, and all the way up until the week that she was born, and the week after that we stayed in the hospital. I read comics for like 6 months there, and I read a whole shitload of them. I really enjoyed them. That was like in the peak of me getting my superhero sleeve, tattooed on me and stuff like that. So the stories that I read were really cool. So when I saw Marvel Rivals was coming out, I was like, this could be really dope. Oh, also, I loved the X-Men like fighting game that came out back in the day. Like, I don't know if you guys remember that. That's taken it way back. I was like 13, I think. I feel like when that game came out, but it was for GameCube, and I want to say they had it for PS2 as well. But like, I loved that shit. So I was excited to see what they would do with a third person shooter type of game. But what I've seen of it so far, I'm gonna have to play it and make my own judgment from there. I'm not 100% crazy as to what I've seen thus far, but we're gonna have to find out if it's really good when it comes out of alpha testing. You can never really tell how good something is inside of its alpha or its beta test, you know? I've never seen the Avengers whole thing, only like early Spider-Man and YouTube shorts that talk about random universes in Marvel Universe. I don't know why I kept reading that as universities. It is small, but it's not so small that I couldn't read the word universes. Come on, dude. What's wrong with me? I love superheroes so much. I grew up on the MCU from the beginning to end game. Yeah, dude. The original movies that came out in the MCU were like, and even like the X-Men movies that came out before that, which if you guys don't know, X-Men was not part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe until recently, because they were X-Men and Spider-Man were bought by Sony separately. So the rights to them were only through Sony. So like Marvel themselves didn't actually own Spider-Man and the X-Men for a little while there, but they are now back in the under the Marvel umbrella, so that's really good. The older X-Men movies that led into like the original Hulk movie, that led into like the original Iron Man, and like those ones that came out, like that was like, when I saw them for the first time, I was like, this is going to be huge. Like, this is going to be the most insane, like 10 years or whatever it would be of movies in history for me. Because like as a kid, movies sucked balls, dude. Like we had terrible special effects. Like when I was a kid, like the original Ghostbusters and shit like that, like those movies sucked. Like maybe not the original, but like Ghostbusters 2, like they were ass, dude. They had terrible special effects. So when Iron Man and the Hulk and like those other, and X-Men and those movies started coming out around like 2000s and after, like dude, I was super pumped. It was nuts. It was nuts. And then it led into such incredible stories between like Captain America, and then Thor came in, right? And like we had all these different plot lines that were all happening at the same time, but within the same universe. And then like, I don't know if you guys, like if we can go super deep into it, but like, I don't know if you watched the Daredevil and Iron Fist and Luke Cage, Jessica Jones shows that were on Netflix and are now on Disney Plus. For those of you who are looking to watch them, you can find them on Disney Plus. But those all happen at the same time as the MCU shit is happening, and it's all connected in the same universe. So like Daredevil, while he's not like as powerful as like the Avengers in terms of like his actual like, you know, superpowers, like he is still within that same universe, in the same New York City that like that Stark Tower is in, you know what I mean, that Spider-Man is in. And like it's wild too. And the Punisher, oh my god, dude. And it's like, it's wild to see all of these storylines happening simultaneously, but like meshing together, and hearing the references from each of them inside of the movies and inside of the shows. Like, what a time to be alive. Holy shit, they were so good. I still can't sit long enough in movies. Spud, my daughter can't sit long in movies either. I can't get her to watch a movie worth a damn. I tried to make her watch School of Rock with Jack Black, like, I don't know, a month or two ago. And we made it like 45 minutes in, and she was like, I'm bored. I was like, you're bored? But The Legend of the Rent was way hardcore. What the fuck do you mean you're bored? Like, dude, oh my god. What a great movie. I finally did. I made her sit down and watch the entire thing, and she did enjoy it towards the end. She eventually got into it, but she can't sit through a movie worth a damn. Like, she's grown up in a time where content is shorter, where, like, the things that you watch are shorter form, and because of that, like, movies are just completely off the table, dude. It's not even up for debate. Like, she'll make it, like, 30, 40 minutes into a movie, and she'll be like, all right, I'll see this again, never. Right? Like, even kids' movies. It's not something that she can do. Deadpool and Venom, however, are my favorite. I really liked the Deadpool movies. I thought they were really good. Deadpool is one of my favorite superheroes because he can break the fourth wall, because he is aware of the fact that he is story. I think that's like one of the more unique characteristics of him. And in addition to that, he's like Superman if Superman were an idiot, right? Like, it's kind of that. Because he has like 1 billion superpowers, if you guys didn't know. He's got like every superpower you can think of. Deadpool has it. But he's also a jackass. And that's what like balances out his character. And while some could argue it's a character flaw, at the same time, it's like the thing that makes him, like, it's endearing, you know? Like, it's like the thing that makes him a good character, because like so many people hate Superman because of how powerful he is. Fucking Deadpool is like just the same. Maybe not, like, strength-wise, not as powerful as Superman, but with that many powers, right? But because of his personality, it completely changes the dynamic, and people love that character. And Venom, I thought, was a really good movie. I don't think I saw the second one, and if I did, I don't remember it. All the Spider-Man movies, the X-Men, the Fantastic Four. Oh my god, I forgot about Fantastic Four. Watched the original Daredevil TV shows when I could catch them. Wolverine Origins was one of my favorite movies for a bit. They were really good, dude. They were all really good. All of the original movies, the series that they put out, all of those were really good. Even the animated movies, the animated superhero movies. I don't know if you guys watched any of those, but like there's one called Hulk versus Wolverine. And Flo, if you ever get a chance, if you ever see it anywhere on like Disney Plus or anything like that, if you ever see it, watch Hulk versus Wolverine, because that shit was the Freddy versus Jason of comic book movies, dude. It was so good. It was so cool. It was badass, dude. Just like nothing else really you could say about it. And it is the thing that inspired my Hulk versus Wolverine part of my sleeve, where like I have the Hulk coming down like this over top of Wolverine with like a from the ground looking up angle at the Hulk who's about to like smash into Wolverine. That is the inspiration. That movie was the inspiration for that part of my sleeve. Yeah, dude, it was so good. So good. I didn't watch the shows because they weren't really interwoven well into the movies. Yeah, the shows were actually like, if you had seen the movies and you watched the shows, there were parts of them that they referenced the events of Endgame, or not Endgame, the events of the Avengers saga throughout the show. And I think that is like unique in the like in how good it is. Like, no other series has really done that ever, you know? No other, like, series of movies has tied into these shows, has tied into these other movies, has tied into these other shows in quite as good a way as the Marvel Cinematic Universe did. They were really good, really solid. And again, you're seeing, like, more street-level crime and like, superheroes, right? As opposed to, like, the Avengers, who are, like godlike beings in that regard, right? But they're also more relatable because they are closer to who we are as people. So I think that Daredevil, maybe to a lesser extent because his powers are kind of wild, but like Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, like these characters feel more like regular people with real character flaws and like real things that make them feel more like a person that you could be or you know could know than maybe like a Thor or something like that, or like a Hulk. You know what I mean? Deadpool X Wolverine is also coming. I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see Hugh Jackman come back as Wolverine. Hugh Jackman was the best Wolverine there's ever been, in my opinion. Like, what an incredible actor to have played the character. Like, the perfect look for what we all thought Wolverine should look like. Exactly what we wanted him to be. Spud says, I don't like canon Venom from the comics, though. Mpreg was daring for Marvel. What is Mpreg? The comic version of Venom Venom was like an anti-hero for like the entirety of his existence. So like the movies leaned into it a little bit harder, where like you kind of got to see a little bit of him as like an anti-hero a little bit more. He was more on the villain side in the comics, but still a really cool character, because like Venom himself, the guy who got attached to by the symbiote, was not inherently evil, right? So there was always kind of this back and forth about like his good intentions versus what actually came to pass. Although he did do some incredibly malicious murdering throughout the comics and stuff. Cell, what's going on? How are you? I'm scrolling up a little bit. Thanks for being here. We're talking about Marvel stuff right now. I got like 10 minutes to finish the last 4 minutes of this gameplay. So we'll get to that in like 3 more minutes. And then we'll finish off this gameplay, because it's all about to reset here and we're about to lose them all. Let's see. Deadpool stories are either zany as hell or heartbreakingly sad. I mean, that's part of his shtick too, right? Like his like Deadpool gets killed a lot, or like nearly killed, right? Wolverine also in the comics gets killed a lot, where he will do the heroic sacrifice and end up dying. You know, that feels bad. If you knew that Venom impregnates Eddie, oh god. That is, yikes. Sorry to inform you of that. I don't think I knew that, and if I did know that, I don't remember it. The thought of the symbiote impregnating the host is kind of scary. And I hope you mean with himself, but if not, like with a smaller one. Is that how Carnage came to be? I actually think I did know that. Is that how Carnage came around? Mpreg stands for male pregnancy. Got it. Got it. So anyway, the Marvel Cinematic Universe was crazy, and I loved it, and I loved the shows, really good. Yeah, you're just traumatizing me with Mpreg. You know, I saw the old, Arnold Schwarzenegger movie where he became a mom, and I'm not ready for more of that, I don't think. Not yet. Although, I can think of a lot of politicians in the United States who need an Mpreg, so that they can, reverse their stance on women's choice. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. We're now moving into political territory. But, yeah, there are a lot of politicians in the United States who could use an Mpreg to really alter their worldview. You know, just something that would lead to actual death for them, so that they could realize how important it is for people to have choice and autonomy over their own body. But that's topic for another day. So we're here on point 2. You guys have taken control, or you're about to take control of the point here. Your Ana is already very low. Want to keep her alive. The Ana is going in to fight the Sojourn on her own, and this Ana needs to be killed. She needs to die, and you need to let her die, because if an Ana decides to run up into the face of a Sojourn, she deserves to die, and see her respawn screen so that she understands the error of her ways. Please don't life grip her. Good. That's what she needs. She needs to know what the move she just made was and why it was stupid. Yeah, it's time for your team to back up here. It's okay, just let him go. Just let him go. Just fall back and regroup. Just woke up. What a time for you to come in, Cell. What a time for you to come in. America, the land of the free. Freedom may not be removed at any point in any form if the government says so. Yeah, bro, it may be removed. It's 100%. Like, the government determines what we do and don't get as freedoms, and the freedom, if you're a male, is significantly different than the freedom if you're a woman in this country, and I just don't understand it. I don't understand how we made it to 2024 and reversed a law that's been in effect for, 40 years or something like that. Crazy. Crazy to think about. So your Bastion is gonna die if they keep moving forward here. They need to chill out. Okay, so yeah, so you're doing the right thing here. You're telling the Bastion, hey, come to me for heals. They do have a health pack in here, so this is something that they can grab and keep themselves alive. Maybe not in here. Where is the health pack? Is it down here? There's a health pack here somewhere. I swear to God there is. There's one over here. Where's the mini? I guess it's not in here. There it is. There it is. Yeah, so they're close enough to a health pack that they could get it if they needed it. I knew there was one over here. Gonna put this back on you. Crazy people, that's the only reason. That's all it is. That's all it is. Like, the government in the United States is going to be completely different in 20 years, 30 years, because people from our generation will be there. And when people from our generation move into government here in the States, things are going to become a lot less conservative, and people are going to be a lot more taken care of. Your Reinhardt is asking to die. He's still alive. He's able to kill their Zen. He really wants to just be able to run in and swing his hammer with reckless abandon. And while I don't blame him necessarily, he is kind of begging to die.
A big hug for a large
Yeah, he's got to get out of there, bro. And he just walks right back in. You are healing him so much. You can't even heal anyone else. God forbid anybody else on your team takes damage. And you're going to use this height advantage to keep this Rhine alive. Why do you always jump off your pedals, bro? Don't jump off your pedals every time you use them. Just wait a second. Maybe you need that height advantage. I can't have kids now. I'm so close to Diamond in Overwatch 2. Listen, I get it. You know, sometimes some people's priorities are different than others. Are you going to drop the tree on Rhine?
life protects life.
You know, you kind of didn't need to. But I'm more happy that you used the tree. So I kind of don't want to discourage you from having used it. Like, I don't think that was necessarily the call. You guys could have grouped up and not had to use your tree. But you used the tree, which is something I've been telling you for like weeks now. So like, I'm kind of not mad about it either. And he is just begging for it, dude. Just every chance he gets. Like, please just obliterate my face if you can. Enemy team, just please. Reinhardt is allowed to get aggressive with the Lifeweaver, but for the love of God, when you get pulled back, take cover. Think about it, bro, right? Like, it's not that hard. If you got life gripped, maybe there was a reason. What is that? What the fuck was that, Reinhardt? Don't go save him. Don't go save him, please. Just let him go.
Can't have it getting worse.
That's fine. Yeah, he's fine, see? But your Bastion died. Your Ana's gonna die. Oh, your Ana lived. She hit the sleep dart, dude. Look at this. Look at this. She hit the sleep dart. What a clutch time to have hit that sleep. Zen's over here taking a nap. I didn't even know. I guess this is what happens when you put your machine to sleep, right? Put your computer to sleep. This is what it looks like. That's funny. We only have a few minutes to to finish this off, so I'm just gonna let it play from here. You're keeping your Pharah alive. This is good. Weaving in and out of cover. That is also good. Just leave that Zen alone. Don't even go after him. He's too far away. Keep your Ana up. This is good. Your Ana's going to die. There's nothing you can do about that. You can save him with your life grip, but it doesn't look like you need to. Now life grip him. Well, it came after you. I thought for sure he was going to go after Rhine, but it is what it is. Zen got a little too Zen. Yeah, he had to take a nap, bro. So their team secures the point here with the help of a few ultimates. Quite a few, at least 3. And their Sojourn does what Sojourn does and kills a bunch of people on your team. Your Pharah is asking to be killed. Just stay back, Pharah. You can't get any limb from over here on your own. Why are you out of the spawn? You see that right there? That is safety. If they push forward on you and you get killed, which you won't, but if you did, you'd have nobody to blame. We know that when it's between fights, we wait in the spawn for everybody to come back. It literally teaches you that as you start practicing in the first game of Overwatch you ever play. You see the bots do it. They wait in the spawn. This is good. Trying to keep your team up. Your Bastion needs to stop dueling with this Junkrat. Your Reinhardt is over here trying to fight 2 to 3 people on his own. 2 people on his own with a healing pylon healing them. What's he think he's going to accomplish?
Safety in numbers.
Just use the tree again. Just put it out in the middle of the point, use the tree again. You guys are up so much in this fight. If you use the tree, you'll just straight up win it. Why are you saving it, though? Like, now you don't need it, right? Arguably, you didn't need it before, but it could have kept you alive. Now you use it. Now you use it. All right, well, at least you did it, right? At least you used it. Good job, Spicy One. That wasn't a bad gameplay. Pretty all right game there. Don't stand in the middle of the open. Use cover more. Please use cover more. That is my advice to you. Got to use that cover, bro. You got to make sure that you're not standing in the middle of the enemy team, not standing where there's a gigantic sight line in front of you. Didn't want to end the game with an ult. Exactly. He could have used it and gotten some value out of it. Instead, he used it for the door prize of just having used it. At the very least, it didn't end the game with it, right? So at least there's that, right? Hang on one second. Wow. Okay. All right. So we are good here. I'm waiting for the 1 minute to pass by, where it kicks into the actual mid-season patch. I'm gonna exit the game here, and I'm just gonna see if the I'll just put her there for now. It looks weird without my softbox lamp. I'm still waiting for my light bulb to come in. For those of you who are wondering why it looks so dark over here, the other light that I have, my key light, looks real bad the brighter I make it. Like, this is taking it up just a little bit. It's actually not too bad, but it looks too bright when I leave OBS. Anyway, so I'm waiting for 1 o'clock to hit, and then the pre-release content should be downloaded. I'm honestly not sure if it's going to give us the mid-season patch or not. I don't know. I can tell you about the horror thing now. Yeah, tell me about the horror thing. I'm excited to play Ryan in the new patch. You might be able to heal to full by holding up your shield. Maybe. Assuming that you can hold it up for 5 seconds, right? It's going to be tough to make it to the point where you can utilize the 5 seconds to heal up, but the amount of healing that Reinhardt is going to get is significantly more than it was before, so... I Have No Mouth, and I Must Scream is about an AI made during the Cold War. It's programmed to hate. Of course, it goes rogue and kills every human, but 5, which he tortures for 109 years, calls himself AM. As in, I think, therefore I am. Calls himself Am. Because it wants to be sentient, but it can't be. That's an awesome premise for a game, honestly. Low-key, pretty dope idea for a game overall. I think that sounds like it'd be pretty fun. The 1 o'clock has come and gone. I guess let's see. I feel like it's not up yet. It still says pre-release content on my end. Maybe it's just taking a little bit longer than it normally would here. Hates humans because they made him. I get it. You know, they hate us because they ain't us. I understand. You know how it goes. It'll depend on some good positioning, but still, imagine a Ryan walking up to you with his health rapidly going up. Yeah, that is kind of scary, right? I'm checking mine too, and nothing. Let's see, is Diablo, did Diablo update? Diablo 4 is transitioning to the new season to avoid a potential disconnect. Players should patch as soon as possible. It doesn't say anything like that for Overwatch, so maybe it's gonna go up, maybe it's not. The story is so insane, it's really good. It does sound really good. I would love to check it out and just see, like, you know, experience it for myself. On the store today, we got the Cassidy on the range bundle. So if you want to accidentally drop your Cassidy cape in some doo-doo, you can have that. You too could have that. So there's that. We also have the Moira masked dancer thing, which I guess could be cool if you are, I don't know, if you are Chinese or some other form of Asian culture that maybe knows what this is and you like enjoy the reference to that. I could see a place where that is cool. Oh man, hang on, I forgot to swap back over to game. Let's just see. This is Cassidy's cape, which he sadly dropped in a pile of doo-doo. There we go. On the range, right? And it's on the range because he dropped it in a cow pie. Feels bad for Cass. Here we go. And then this is Moira's Masked Dancer skin, which again, could be cool if you are Asian, Chinese, or in general, like Asian culture and understand the reference to this. To me, I don't like this one as much. Not for me, I guess. I heard about it in a video a while back. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check this out. I think, therefore, I am. Or no, I have a mouth. Where is it? Where is it? Hang on. I have no mouth and I must scream. That does sound fucking wild, dude. I just started learning how to play Cass. Cass is pretty meta right now. In general, Cass is pretty good. The characters that he's good against are like Queen. He's decent against Doom, although he can get dove pretty easily. He's really, really good against Queen. And then he can also put out a large amount of damage on people that engage with him in mid-range. So there's something to be said about how good Cass is compared to, I don't know, like the beginning of Season 9, where I probably wouldn't have played Cass just based off of other characters being really good. The armor changes also make a big difference because Cassidy will be less affected by them than somebody like Tracer, which means Tracer is brought down a little bit in the meta, where Cassidy kind of remains in his spot because his burst damage is quite high comparatively. Pocketed Cass is supreme, it feels. Pocketed Cass can do really well. He doesn't have a massive breakpoint change from the damage boost, but keeping him alive is important. Also, like a Lucio going with him to speed boost him to places where he can be effective is also really good. You just gotta not overestimate his range. He's best a little closer than you play someone like Soldier. Yeah, and Soldier doesn't have damage drop off either, so like that also makes a difference. Cassidy has pretty hard damage drop off. I am also going to the Overwatch Championship Series game in Dallas at the end of the month. Let's fucking go, dude. That sounds awesome. You got a team that you're rooting for? I have never been to one in real life. I've watched a lot of them online, the replays and stuff like that. I've watched a ton of them, but I've never gone to one of the events in real life. Is regular Overwatch League still going? By the way? Like, are they still doing matches and stuff? Give me all the tips for Cass because I have almost zero knowledge about him. The, Cell is obviously going to be playing. I don't know why I didn't think of that. You're absolutely right. The thing about Cass is that you can get a massive amount of value out of his sticky bomb if you know the angle of it. And you can actually use the sticky. I'm playing on Toronto's team. Are you in Canada? I don't know how I didn't know that. I feel like I did know that, actually. You can get a massive amount of value out of the sticky bomb by understanding its range and the way that you need to throw it. You can throw it from extremely far away, and when you get used to the angle on people that you need to throw it at, you can hit sticky bombs from this distance and then one ping them in the head, and you'll get a ton of value out of that. The other thing is utilizing it around corners. So if we throw it from here, you can see that the sticky bomb will delay its detonation if it locks onto something, so it will travel for longer based on where it goes. You live in Texas. Okay, that's somebody else. Somebody else from here is in Canada. I don't remember who, but somebody else in the chat is also in Canada. Also is actually in Canada, I mean. The other thing about Cass is you can utilize the sticky bomb from around corners. So as you get somebody low health, or you know there's somebody around a corner, you can, without ever really showing yourself, chuck the sticky bomb around. And of course, I'm not going to be able to do it. It's been a little bit since I've played too, so cut me some slack on the amount of like precise aiming that I'm going to be able to do. But the bomb itself will travel around corners and stick onto people if you can land it kind of correctly. So you just need to pull them into your line of sight just for a hair, like a split second there. Just a little bit of their body, which I'm going to do it with. That's too much. It's too much. I'm going to do it with this much of them. You can see that is just the tip of their gun, right? And you can get kills like that off of people who never even see you. I'm in Canada, but it looks like Australia. Yeah, southern Canada, right? It's the Canada of the South. They got a lot of crocs in your part of Canada. A lot of kangaroos. Yo, oh my god, that just reminded me, saying kangaroo. Here's some wild shit. Last night I had a dream, and I was driving in a car, and I don't remember anything else about the dream, but just talking about this just brought it back to my memory. I don't remember anything else, but I'm driving in a car, and it's nighttime, and on the road was a kangaroo that got run over. Feels bad. I know, feels bad. But, I live in New Jersey, so what the fuck? Where did the kangaroo come from? I don't understand. Another thing about Cass is, like, a lot of people try to go for the flank angle high noon, which can be very effective, but it can also be an incredibly effective ultimate just getting one person. So if you can just get one value kill out of it, a lot of times you can win a fight for your team just utilizing the high noon on a single person that is out of position. You can just like secure the kill on like a Lucio or somebody like that who would otherwise be very difficult to kill and is giving their team a lot of sustain. And in doing so, you'll be able to win a lot of team fights for your team. James can eat kangaroos? Hell yeah. Less than 2% fat. I did not know that. You know, you would assume that they would be pretty muscular, right? Like the fish of the land. It makes a lot of sense. I've only ever seen them at the zoo here. You can buy kangaroo at the store. That's fucking wild. You definitely cannot buy kangaroo at the store here in Jersey. Lean meat. You can buy, what's a weird thing you can buy in Jersey? You can buy deer and shit. Like venison. You could buy, like, deer jerky and shit like that here. What kind of dishes can you make with kangaroo? Oh, man, if you have not had kangaroo spaghetti, it is to die for. Oh, fucking, yeah, what kind of dishes can you make with kangaroo?
Come and get it.
Again, I'm from Jersey. I've never had kangaroo.
That's a bee in your bonnet.
Oh my god, bro. The amount of health that this bot lived with. Ridiculous.
Feel that one tomorrow.
Do not underestimate the Cass ult ability to clear a space. Numbani first point, for example. Lots of places to run. None of them on the point. Yeah, that's true. Cassidy's ultimate can also be used to clear a payload in overtime, which is really good. It can also, like I said, you can get the maximum, like, 5-man multi-kill with it, but more than likely, you probably won't. And sometimes getting the single kill on a character that is very difficult to kill, like a Mercy or a Lucio, somebody that's giving their team a lot of sustain, can be more valuable than trying to go for a flank angle and getting it. You got to read the situation a little bit, but in general, you need to stay in your mid-range, which is kind of like right here, where I'm standing right here. And by standing in this mid-range, you'll be able to keep up your damage without the fall-off hitting, because his damage drop-off is pretty steep. You can see this is 20, full damage, right? We go back to 30. We're just gonna bring it up here. You can still 2-tap from 30 meters, just about, right? So you're seeing this is 30 and a little bit, 30 and a ball hair, right? Just slightly out of that 2-tap range. Potatoes and kangaroo, a slow roast, spaghetti, tacos, chili. Yeah, I want to try the chili and the tacos too. I love tacos. Tacos are my favorite food. It's not even close. By a long shot, tacos are my favorite food. I love tortillas. I love all the vegetables and shit that go inside of tacos. I'm all about it. And I would love to try it with some kangaroo. I don't know if that would change the texture of the taco, but I'm down to give it a go.
It's time. You had it coming. Got you.
One thing that I really like about Cass, when you're playing against Cass, is when he uses High Noon and, like, you're playing Echo. If he uses High Noon on you, you can duplicate the Cassidy to reset the circle dropping in. Which sounds complicated, right? But, like, right here, as you press it, if I press dupe while the circle is coming down, I will reset the height of the close of the circle, and in doing so, will live through the Cassidy ultimate. And then I outcast them, essentially, is kind of how it goes. Cast ult also ramps up in damage, so a target who's been damaged will get a skull sooner. Also great to not kill, but just damage for the rest of the team and pick people off. That's good advice, too. Cassidy's ult also charges faster with damage boost, so that is also a thing. The damage that it deals is surprisingly high when damage boosted. Not a lot of people damage boost a cast during the ultimate, but if you can call it out and just get the blue beam for a few seconds, or if you have a nano, you can really make mincemeat out of the enemy team with it. I'm not the best chef, but I'd cook for you, Cell. Hell yeah. I make a bangin' spaghetti. I am a wildly Italian red-bearded man, so I make like an incredible spaghetti, as you might imagine an Italian guy would, but that being said, never with kangaroo. Alright, so I'm going to play some Overwatch, I guess, since we don't know whether or not the game is going to move over into its mid-season patch. It should be there. Maybe I'll restart the game one more time just to see. Maybe I'll shut off the Blizzard launcher and everything, too. Flo says, I love cooking. Make a pretty good ragu or chicken curry. I have never had... I've never had a curry that I thought was really good, and I suspect it's because all the curries that I've ever had were made by, like, people that were legit from Pakistan, so when I had it, the flavor profile was outside of things that I would normally eat in my day-to-day, so, like, the curry that I had was too outside of what I would normally like for me to actually enjoy. I like spicy things, so that part of it I liked, but the taste of it I didn't like. So, I don't know. Maybe if I had something that was made by somebody who was not, like, legit from the region, maybe it would be more along my, more up my alley, I guess. I can cook, but baking, I'm bad at it. I mean, baking requires a specific recipe to be followed exactly, right? Whereas cooking, when you're cooking, I always say, like, the way an Italian spices food is we add spice until the spirit of our ancestors tells us to stop, right? Like, we drop the spice on there until our soul says that's enough, right? Like, I never measure that shit. And because of that, I would not be good at baking either. Yesterday, I had some of the best steak tacos I've ever had. Was an amazing steakhouse. Oh my god, dude, I love steak tacos. The only thing is that sometimes the steak can be chewier than the rest of it, and so you end up, like, swallowing all of the ingredients because they're chewed up into mush, and you're still chewing on that piece of steak for, like, 5 minutes afterwards. Sometimes that can be an issue. If you guys want to play Overwatch, you guys let me know here in the chat. I'll be happy to pull you in. We'll get some games on. Never had steak tacos. That sounds like a good idea. Oh my god. Spud, you gotta try some steak tacos. You know, like, Australia probably has some of the best steakhouses in the world, when you think about it, right? Like, we have, like, I went to Texas before, and there's, like, a steakhouse every 5 to 10 minutes of driving. Like, there's, like, 1 or 2 steakhouses every 5 to 10 minutes away. But what we have here in Jersey, we have Texas Roadhouse, which is like a like the Olive Garden of steakhouses, and their steak is pretty fucking good. I'm not gonna lie, pretty good. Gotta try buttered chicken. The curry was designed for Westerners. That curry was designed for Westerners. Yeah, maybe that's what the difference is, right? Like, maybe, like I said, I think if I just had it more in the flavor profiles of things that I'm used to, that I might be more into the dish overall. I like making this simple dish of 2-minute noodles, but just the noodles, a bit of tomato sauce and curry powder on toast. I've never had noodles on toast, but like a staple of, like, you grew up poor food here in the United States is like spaghetti on a piece of buttered bread. So I'm assuming it's pretty close to the same thing, right? Pretty close, right? Can't play, I'm on vacay right now, Wi-Fi ain't good enough. Where are you on vacation, Flo? You don't mind me asking? Congratulations on your vacation as well. I hope you have a good time over there. I may probably join later. I have to feed my bunny her medicine soon. Oh, that poor bunny. All right, sounds good. I'll put us in, and I can suck balls here for this game because I haven't played in like a week. We had Lone Star, which was okay. Sporting Globe, which is eh. It's just kind of an item everyone sells, but it isn't that good. You talking about steak is? I'm sure I'm gonna pronounce this wrong. You're in Tenerife. Great place, been here often. I'm gonna Google it so that I can see a picture. Oh my god. It's an island in Spain. That is not what I was picturing. It looks like Mexico, honestly. It looks a lot like Mexico. But more like European. I know that sounds stupid, but like Mexico looks traditional Mexican. This place looks almost like Greek, which is why I say more European. Almost like Ilios, if you can imagine it. Like Ilios with a beach. Is the pictures I'm seeing right now. It looks pretty, honestly. I've never been to Spain. I've never been outside of the United States. Unfortunately, my like culture in terms of traveling the world is very limited. I've been all over the United States, never been outside of it though. Damn, bro, it looks like it's warm there. Is it warm? I've been playing comp all night. Hopefully I'll play good. I will be terrible. So, as good as you play, I will be that good, but bad. Right? On the other end of the spectrum. It's more like in Africa, but Spain owns it. Got it. It's like off of Spain, right? Let's see. It is, trying to find it on a map here. Wait, go back. Trying to zoom out a little bit. Oh yeah, bro, this is like right off of Africa. This is like legit right off of Africa. Okay. It's not even on the Spain side, dude. Like, it's not even on the part of the ocean, the Atlantic, where Spain actually is. Bro, it's closer to Portugal than it is Spain. That's cool, though. That's dope. Hella warm, been frying on the beach, hell yeah. I had a dream that I was out in a, I have a lot of dreams, apparently. I had a dream that I was on a beach in Africa once. It did not look like, Tenerife. I'm sure I'm pronouncing it wrong. But, yeah, it's really close to Africa. It's like right off the northwestern coast here of Africa. Alright. From back when we sailed ships to claim land. It's wild to think about. Dude, I'm about to get rolled. I'm about to get rolled. Let me take a sip of my coffee. I'm not gonna hit a goddamn shot. Promise, promise. Don't worry.
3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
And a Lari ult would pop off there. Yo, they are all facing the sunrise. Oh, they're on the high ground. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. I don't know what they think they're doing up there. Alright, getting out of the way here. Keeping my rail charged. I'm going to peek with this Alari. I'm just going to put that over in their general direction. I know it's not going to go far enough to actually save it. Put in the damage on this Moira. Keeping my options open here in case I need to get out. Damaging up on this Malga. I missed. Put that disruptor shot on them. This Malga's getting too aggressive, so we're going to punish him for it. Just going to go ahead and kill that Moira. There's the headshot, baby. I hit one. That was my first headshot of the day. I'm going to jump over this wall. Try and get the shot in on that soldier. I wasn't able to, but that's okay. Just going to put this there. Get out of the way here. Grab the health pack. Give a thank you to the enemy, or to the team here. Keeping me alive. Their Malga is very, very low health here. And you were able to get the kill on him. I'm just gonna... Oh, God. The Pharah knocked the Ana out of the way. Knocked the Symmetra out of the way of my shot. But we're doing good. I already have some kills. I got some damage on the board. Not nearly as much as Spud, but I'm not a tank either, so... We're facing the sunrise already. It's almost like Flo is here in spirit. You know what I mean? We're just gonna wait until he stops using his, just gonna slide through, stops using his take a breather there, so that I can get full damage out of that headshot from the railgun. And we were able to kill that hog with no real problems there. Just gonna get out of the way so I don't get hit with the right click of the Symmetra. And of course I got hit by the right click of the Symmetra. As soon as I said it, dude, literally the exact second I said it. I'm gonna come back and see if I can't get some value. Somebody's on the point. We got our Pharah doing work here. I'm gonna put in damage on this soldier from far away. Just gonna get out of the way here. If he chases me, I got something for him. 2 of our team is down. 3 of our team is down. I think I just wait. I'm sorry. Sorry, Spud. I don't think I can save you right now. I think I just back up. They're coming forward here. The Pharah is crazy here. Storm, what's going on? It's good to see you as well. We're getting this is our first game since I've been gone here. Getting our first game in. We know that they have a Roadhog, so I got to be careful about where I go and what I do. We also know that they have a sim on the point, so there's going to be annoying little turrets everywhere, which are right in above this doorway. We're going to put this damage in, keep the railgun charged, so that I can hopefully take some damage out on this hog. We're going to boop that hog off the map with the help of the D.Va. I was putting in that damage on him, but he got booped off the map, so he never saw it coming. Just keeping this Ana into a death scenario. Being lifted up by that pedal really threw me off there for a second. I'm waiting for my moment. Okay. We got their team is coming forward now. I'm about to have my ultimate. I probably shouldn't have held it this long, but we're going to go ahead and try and get some value out of it here in a second. Just going to wait for their team to utilize a little bit of theirs. I'm dead. No chance I live through this. Alright, canceled his ultimate. We're good to go. It wasn't the cleanest shot, but I did get the headshot, so it's all good. Alright, he thought. Dude, he thought. Woo! My butthole fully clenched against that soldier right there. Jesus Christ. Everyone coming out of the woodwork. Well, it feels good to see everybody, I'll be honest. Feels real good to see you all here. Thank you for hanging out with me today. First game in a while. Easy rounds. Let's hope it stays that way, right? Fingers crossed.
Hello. No mistakes. No mercy.
Spray the ground here. Trying to keep myself oriented. Keep my pace up. Okay. I gotta get my arms used to swinging. Thankfully, my mouse arm works again, so I was worried that I wouldn't be able to aim because of the swelling and the pain from my mouse arm. But it seems like it's not gonna be too much of an issue here. Got the hog is trying to hog me, and I'm just not going to let him. Just gonna railgun into that turret, grab the health pack, keep myself alive here. We know that the hog is about to have hook again, and I just heard it go off, so I know that he doesn't have it anymore. Just gonna start firing here. Pre-fire on the hog, right? Keeping this rail charged. Waiting for my moment here. She faded at the exact moment she needed to. Gonna put the disruptor shot on her so that the Moira has to back out of the way. Got that damage up on that Moira there. Putting that big damage in on the hog. And while the Moira fades, we're able to kill the hog. Gonna go ahead and toss the disruptor shot out towards their doorway. Get as many people as I can with it. We see that the soldier's still alive here. He wants me, got me with the Helix rocket, so I'm just gonna back up. I'm gonna take my side angle here. I'm trying to steal this health pack from him, but everybody keeps healing me. I appreciate it, though. Appreciate what they're trying to do, anyway. We see that they now have a Malga, so we're gonna utilize this moment to get up and out of the way. We know that their team has killed our tank, so it's time to back all the way out. And in this moment, I really need to not get caught on that. I got caught on the little side table there. If you can see, you'll be able to see. That's me getting caught on the side table. Unfortunately, I needed to get back to this health pack that's right here. And I wasn't able to get around the corner fast enough. I should do some ranked. I just came back after a week of not playing, so I might hang off on some ranked for now. The new patch is coming out in a little bit. It should have been out by now, but little new patch is coming out here in just a little bit here. So I'll be excited to see what's up with the, Why am I rubber banding so hard, bro? Did you see that? I got yanked back in there. It almost felt like a Ramatra used his, pull on me. Just gonna kill that soldier. And remind soldier that, he doesn't have what it takes. And do the same thing to this Cassidy. Right, and then we're just gonna come around this corner. I'm gonna grab this. Just waiting. Waiting for our moment, keeping that damage in on their Moira here. We hear that their soldier is back. I'm keeping my railgun charged so that I can detonate their Moira. We were able to kill their tank with that as well. Damage up on their soldier. Gonna slide in over here. We hear their Cassidy's feet. Somewhere probably up on the top, if I had to guess. No, he's back at the spawn. So he went back to the spawn here. Just gonna damage up, charging up the rail here. What a hilarious turn of events for that Malga who thought he was hot shit. Dropping the cage fight onto our D.Va. Got himself caught inside with the D.Va bomb. In a hilarious turn of events. I'm just gonna slide out of the way here. Drop the disruptor shot behind me, put it on them. Charge up a little bit more of that ultimate charge. Keeping this rail charged up for when the soldier inevitably comes from the computer room, which we know he's probably going to. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to save our Pharah here. We see that their soldier is coming around the corner, wants to duel with me. I'm just gonna give them a second to forget about me, right? And then I'll come and put the damage in on them. That was terrible on my part. I deserve to die at this moment if I do. Just waiting for my moment here. I don't want to move through this corner, because if I do, I will assuredly die. I will most assuredly die. Waiting for my moment. Jiggle peeking as much as possible. I got hit with the Helix rocket there. Put the disruptor shot out. Trying to keep some damage up, keeping this rail charged so that I can hopefully get the one hit here, and unfortunately I wasn't able to. Big damage on that soldier though. Gonna go ahead and line of sight them for the high tide, make sure that they can't actually kill me with that. And now it's time to put this big damage in on the tank, enemy tank here. We're just gonna use that to finish both them off at the same time there. I missed with the person that I wanted to railgun, but it's okay because I was able to tag the Cass with it. And now they have a Moira here on the point. This Moira thinks she's hot shit, but she's not shit. And we're just going to slide on through and give them a wave because that's the end of the game here. A 24-2 here on Lijiang Tower. Pretty good game. Pretty good game for the first one back, not going to lie. They kind of gave it to me, so that was nice. Flo said, D.Va, I'm not stuck in here with you, you're stuck in here with me. That's 100% what just happened. I haven't kept up with the changes other than tanks are getting buffed. Oh, Storm, I can't wait to tell you about these changes. Spud, what an awesome play of the game, dude. Just obliterating them. Alright, so, real quick, let's talk about the changes that are happening here in the mid-season patch that's about to come out. In the mid-season patch, tanks are getting 25% reduced damage from headshots, which means tanks will always take 25% less damage from headshots for every character across the board. That's going to significantly reduce their ability to be blown up very quickly in fights. That's going to affect certain characters more than others, but in addition to that, armor is getting changed, and armor is getting changed to where it currently provides a flat 30% damage reduction while the tank has armor health. It's now going to provide a flat 5 damage reduction up to 50% of the damage. So per projectile, it will be 5 reduced up to 50% of the damage. And what that means is characters that use low damage, high fire rate, or spread shotgun characters are going to be affected by this a lot more than other characters. So we're talking about Tracer is going to be affected by this very heavily. So Tracer's damage against tanks is going to go way down. The Torbjorn right click, the Reaper shotguns, Sombra's primary fire. All of these kind of low damage but high fire rate weapons are going to be affected by the armor change very significantly, and we'll see a larger amount of time before they are able to realistically take down a tank. So Tracer is going down in the meta a little bit, only a little bit, but enough. Enough to make a difference, but that also that stacks with the 25% damage reduction from headshots, which means that tanks that are facing off against a Tracer, not only will they have reduced damage because of armor, but they'll also have reduced damage. Yes, D.Va's guns are affected as well against other tanks that have armor. They will also have reduced damage against the headshots, so you're going to see these characters are going to be significantly hit. That is not going to affect characters that do not have a headshot multiplier, so we're talking about characters like Ana, whose damage is technically damage over time and can't actually hit headshots. We're looking at Pharah, we're looking at Junkrat. These characters are not going to be affected by the changes. So, you're going to see the armor change will affect them so that it will reduce 5 of the damage off of their shots, but where previously a Pharah whose direct hit from a rocket dealt 120 damage, right? 30% of that was 36 less. So we're looking at, what is that, 84 damage from a Pharah rocket before the patch into an armored target. Now that rocket will deal 125 damage. So far less from characters that are high burst damage. Pharah also does not get affected by the, Can I use Sojourn? Is that your only character? Is that your only character? Because I kind of don't want to give up Sojourn.
Stay close.
Yeah, fine.
I can't hear you.
Sure. I'll play Soldier instead. That's fine.
Every soldier needs a cause.
All systems fired up and ready to engage.
All right, so the primary fire from Sojourn will also be affected slightly by the armor changes. The railgun will be less affected. How much damage does D.Va do per shot? I forget exactly. There is a spreadsheet on Reddit, though, that talks about all of this. It covers the previous breakpoints compared to the new breakpoints. So let's hope that this Sojourn is actually good. Getting that big damage in on them right now. Trying to damage up on them while they wait for their teammates to respawn here. Unfortunately, we were not able to get the kill on this Genji, but that's okay. We know that they have a Sombra, so we're just going to go ahead and kill her. We're not going to let her get away here. Just keeping her out of her... invis, making it difficult for her to do what she wants to do. Just going to chase her down a little bit. Unfortunately, our Sojourn and our Mercy are now dead, so it's time for us to back off. Doom canceled his rocket punch, but I'm pretty sure I'm dead in this moment, unless I just keep running. I need to get all the way back here. We got our D.Va is out of mech as well, so I'm just going to fall back. No, we don't challenge that with no tank. You don't challenge that with no tank. You try and get some damage in from far away if you think that you could actually get a kill on somebody, but in general, challenging this with no tank is just asking to die. And here comes Doom, diving in, doing his Doom thing. This Sojourn is not as good as I would have been on Sojourn, even with like a couple of days away from the game. So that kind of feels bad, right? But it is what it is. I was able to direct hit that Genji there with the Helix rocket. Just gonna get out of the way here. She hacked me, but it didn't really work out the way that she hoped it would. Just gonna kill her. Rocket at her feet. I feel like my internet is a little bit bad today. It could be the patch coming out, though. Or it could be that Spud has host. That could also be it. We're just gonna spread out during the meteor strike. Make sure that we don't get killed by the direct impact damage there. We're just gonna put this there. And unfortunately, I just wasn't able to keep myself up there. It is what it is. Put some heavy damage on him. He got us, both of our DPS there. Our Sojourn already has 3 deaths, so it's not doing great here. Not looking good for us. Just gonna get out of the way. Go over to the Mercy. Thanks. Just gonna kill their Doom. Gonna kill their Genji here.
They're pushing the payload. Stop them.
I've got you in my sights. Pulse munitions delivered to target.
We were able to effectively put that damage in on their Sombra. Gonna kill their Zen as well. Just gonna make sure that their team has to back up here. And if they don't, then, well, then they just die, right? So we're gonna go ahead back over to the high ground here, and hopefully I can get to it before they get to me. If this Genji dives me and I'm this far out, I will die. That's just how it goes, right? And this motherfucker switches from Sojourn over to Cassidy after begging me to play Sojourn. How annoying is that, dude? Come on, man. Just gonna kill their Sombra for being Sombra. Gonna kill their Doomfist. Putting this damage in on their Ana. Ana 1. Just gonna kill their Zen with a melee. We're good to go.
Ultimate ready.
Flo says, with 14, you probably do 9.8%. Yeah, so it's effectively not so bad on D.Va. Although she does get affected by the reduced 25% damage from headshots as well. Something to think about, right? Can you not destroy that? Their Sombra is on us right now. On me, probably. Kind of just waiting for her moments to put damage in on me. I'm gonna break his ankles if I can. I wasn't able to, unfortunately. If I had been on Sojourn, I would have been able to use that to get to the high ground. But it is what it is. It's only my 2nd death. I am massively outperforming this. What are they now? They're an Echo now. We've lost this point, so it's time to go. If they dive in, we punish them. But other than that, we just leave. Just firing down in their general direction here. Unfortunately, we lost our Echo. Again, dude, this guy is getting destroyed, bro. I'm just gonna back around here. Gonna grab this health pack here. I have little faith in this Echo to be able to duplicate a Doomfist and really get any value out of it. Just keeping our team alive here. I disagree, bro. That shouldn't have hit me from there. Just gonna put that right there. We were able to kill their Kiriko. I didn't want to dive in there because I only had one hit point left. Nice, good stuff. That's a big stagger for them. If their Doom comes in, we should be able to punish him without too much trouble. But I don't want to put myself in a position where, on the high ground position, where I can't get value here. Just gonna kill their Genji. If I get picked by their Sombra while I'm up on the high ground trying to utilize my my ultimate, that's not going to be any good, right? So, just going to kill their Doomfist as well.
For years. Who the hell are you?
Kill this Zen. Zen is down. We're good. Now they have an Echo. Very cute. Very cute. Which is their... Genji has swapped to an Echo? That's a twist. You never see Genji swap, bro. I thought for sure it would have been their Sombra, who was getting absolutely no value. Our, our other DPS is a Tracer now. This guy has no characters. Remember how he said that Sojourn was his only character? He has no characters, dude. That was only my my third death. He has 9 deaths, bro. Holy shit. What an embarrassment. Maybe it's just a really bad game for them. 10 deaths.
I'm still fighting.
Yeah, I think we just wait a minute here. Just gonna... Oh. No, damn it. Ah, well. I tried to get around to get a cool angle and be able to flank them out. We have a Mercy. I haven't gotten a single res, so I'm just going to assume that they are utilizing the res on the on the Tracer, who has 10 deaths. Doom, come back. Don't want to go too far, but we do want to kill their 2 supports here. And they have 30 seconds left, so they better do everything perfectly. I'm going to go and hide. And I'm going to wait for my moment. And then I'm going to use my tac visor to win the game for us. Three, 2, 1.
10 seconds.
There we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, they C9'd the point. I didn't have to do nothing. Bro, they C9'd the point. Oh, man, bro. Yeah, cracked diva. That's right, dude. Bruh. Nice job, Sojourn, dude. Really, with the big carry. With the big carry. Give it to our Mercy. Oh my god. Flo, that was amazing. Yo, I just got the funniest comment. There's this guy being transphobic underneath a science video, and he is so dense he just tried to disprove the recorded history of a term as if it was a contest. Argument for trans people, he clearly just showed he is just saying things to be mad. That's ridiculous, bro. Second DPS playing Mystery Heroes, that's exactly what was happening. Oh my god. He swapped like at least let's see, he was Sojourn, he was Tracer, he was Echo. I feel like there was one more in there too, but maybe I'm thinking of the other team. But you know, that's a diverse roster he's got there. I'm getting comp flashbacks, need to calm. You're doing amazing. I thought you said comp was rough. Like you're doing all of the right things. We did nothing wrong. That was like damn near a perfect game, in my opinion.
Reduce your expectations to 0.
Got this carbon fiber skin here for the for old Sigma. My favorite part about this skin is that his fucking disgusting feet are covered up. Love that. Also, Sigma and I have the same butt, which is cool. It's nice to see yourself represented in video games, you know what I mean? Just an absolute cake. just the flattest cake you've ever seen in your entire life. A long lower back is what that is. And I can relate. I do like this Junkrat skin though. I like the kind of mech face that he has going on, because it still looks like vaguely Junkrat-esque, you know, like it still looks kind of crazy, but then at the same time it's not like it's not his face. If I play quick play like I play comp, I'll never be able to relax in Overwatch. It'll be a constant battle. Yo, is Sojourn your only hero? Him. Yes. The entire rest of the roster. Stop lying. Yo, like, that guy never... I think he played Sojourn for, like, 1 minute. I love the Sigma official video so much. I love pianos, and I'm learning to play, and his melody is just the chef's kiss. Yo, I also love pianos. My grandfather played, the piano and the organ, and he was really good. He was blind. So, like a white Stevie Wonder... right? Like a Stevie Wonder bread, if you will, of piano. And he was really good. He was really good, and since then, because of that, I think my favorite instrument is a piano. So I totally get what you're coming from. I totally get where you're coming from there. Junkrat skins look like Octane from Apex. Let me see. Let me Google Octane. Oh, hold up. Let me lock in here before I get my main taken away. Octane from Apex. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I think Junkrat came first, though, right? I'm pretty sure Apex came out in, like, 2018. Let's see. When did Apex Legends come out? 2019. So, yeah, so Junkrat came first.
Bastion, how are you settling in? Anything you...
We lost one of our supports off the start here. So that's not great. Feels bad, dude.
Yeah.
Before someone else can only play Sojourn. Yeah, exactly. They're gonna come in, they're gonna only play Sojourn, and then they're gonna swap to Echo, and then they're gonna swap to Hanzo, right? They're gonna play some Torbjorn. Sojourn is their main. Yeah, Overwatch came out in 2016, so a few years on the on Octane, but I definitely see the resemblance. You're on attack, you'll get a new one in time. Yeah, and we did too. And he's playing Mercy, so not my favorite, but not the worst ever. Not the worst ever. Just gonna put a little bit of damage up top. We see that they have an Ashe too, so it's not as scary as if they had a Widow. I don't have to worry about getting instantly headshot to death, so that's good. Just trying to charge up the rail here, get the big shots out. Now my rail is charged. Not certain I'll get to use it. Trying to protect our Bastion in the meantime. Able to put that big damage in on our on their team. Yo, the lunchbox is on the other team, dude. We're down though. Oh my god. That's the guy. That's the guy, dude. He's on the other team. I should play Mei on defense. I'm not a huge Mei fan. They're just better characters than Mei, but I understand your reasoning. You can wall people off pretty effectively on this map. I was looking for my moments here. Push. Push, 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 everybody on the point.
Capturing the point.
I'm keeping the point.
Not so fast. This ends now.
Oh my god. You guys. Look at him go. I'm so proud of him. Now they can play Soj. Yo, exactly. Right? We had that moment too. We didn't, if we'd stayed alive, we could have lived through that. We could have won that point. I only died because I got hit by the Doomfist dropping on me. Otherwise, I would have been fine.
Area denial. No one can hide from my sight.
I'm just gonna press Q. We gotta come back. Gotta come back. No.
Feeling better. Breaking them down.
Okay. I'm gonna save my, I'm ready when you are. I only came this way because I was waiting.
Railgun powered and ready to fire.
Heal me.
Catch me up.
Heal me, please. Please.
Let the Kitsune guide you. This ends. This ends now.
Oh, God. That is unfortunate, dude. Keep the tank alive.
If they won't quit, neither will I.
Activating self-destruct. I'm taking the objective.
60 seconds remaining.
All right, we're good. We're good. We're totally fine. Don't worry. We'll come back and we'll get them. All right, good. We got it. You know what'd be funny? Beg for the tank to switch because you want to play their hero. The tank on the other team, though. Be like, hey, could you please swap? I want to play Doom. Right to their tank.
Payload rolling out.
No one can hide from my sight. Not so fast.
Now go get him. The battle ignites me.
They should have stayed on Ash, bro.
Railgun charge.
Where's our tank? Okay, there she is. All right. Gotta wait for our team.
Railgun still at full power. Area denial. Railgun powered and ready to fire.
Okay. Whoop. She's backing up around this corner.
Breaking them down. To victory. Nothing a quick repair won't fix. Railgun charged. I'm on fire. Nice work, team. Keep it moving.
Yeah, Sojourn on top.
I have my eye on you. Let me tend to that.
That feels much better.
I missed. Damn it. That's all right. We keep pushing. We keep pushing the payload. We keep pushing the payload.
No one can hide from my sight.
Activating self-destruct sequence.
Guide you. Apagando las luces. Come on, let's move this. This ends now.
My gift to you.
That's the stuff. Two down. Cooling down.
60 seconds remaining.
I totally feel alive.
Okay. Doing good. Doing good. Doing good. Woof. What a game, dude. I'm sweating. I think it's mainly because of Doom, though.
Clear out. Rail enemies back up. Efficient design at work.
Charging up on the May wall. Charging up, charging up, charging up on Doom. God damn it. I got hit by the... I only get hit by the Sojourn after Doomfist has already pushed me. Look at how slow they play. Good for them, though. Good for them. They're putting in good shots. Good damage.
Hitting the ground running. No one.
I'm going to resurrect them.
We're on our way. Railgun powered and ready to fire. Not so fast. Onwards to victory.
Damn, I'm doing terrible this game, dude. I'm doing so bad. I need to back off.
This ends now.
Activating self-destruct sequence.
Railgun charged.
Ah, good shot, dude. Good shot. Again, literally only after the Doomfist dives on me. The only time that I die. Why would you res Widowmaker?
Might have to adjust my approach.
Why would you res Widowmaker in the middle of the fight?
60 seconds remaining.
Let's just wait, I think.
Clear out. Railgun powered and ready to fire.
Enemy here.
Woof, I am getting obliterated by Doom. It's okay. It's alright.
Not so fast.
Meteor strike.
Well, this isn't good. Spicy noodles, no! Yeah, I think we lose. I should have went back to the spawn. But I'm waiting for my, dodge to come off cooldown. There it is. My movement ability.
Railgun charged.
Nah, well, it is what it is. Good game. Good game to them. Good game to Lunchbox, dude. I hope I see him again sometime. I think they were cheating. Maybe.
This ends now. Cleaning house.
Nah. My death cam looked weird. It's possible. It's possible. Check out the VOD. Yeah, I might have to. Might have to. Man. I don't want to end it there, but I do have to end it there, unfortunately. It is that time, ladies and gents. I will be back tomorrow, though, so you can expect that. They went from 0 headshots to all headshots. And if you notice, too, they hit all of their shots for that entire game, and they have a low endorsement rating, too. So that is also a, another, indicator that potentially they might be cheating. But I don't want to think too hard about it, right? Because, like, you start thinking about people cheating, and then it just ruins every single game that you ever get into. Oh, shit. Yeah, let me back that out there. Let me back myself out right here. And, yeah, so, unfortunately, I do have to call it there because I have to eat, and in a little bit, my kid has a band recital, so I gotta go and take her over to the high school over here, and she's gonna have her little band recital thing going on, so that'll be cool. And, I had a lot of fun today. I'll be back, and we'll play some more tomorrow. We'll check out the new patch, which I guess is not coming out until later today. I'm not really sure why it didn't come out, but it was supposed to drop at 1 p.m. as far as I'm aware. Was supposed to drop at 1 p.m. Eastern time, so we'll give it another shot here tomorrow, and we'll see if we can test out the new tank changes. The tank should be pretty insane, and with as good as Spud is on tank, I would anticipate her being like a real force to be reckoned with here. I'm glad to be back, and I'm glad that everybody came out. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for always coming and spending your days with me and your evenings with me. You're the best. Yeah, you're the reason why I do this shit, man. It wouldn't be as much fun without you, I'll be honest. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thank you to everybody who came out, to Spud and Flo and Cell and Storm and everybody else who was here. If I'm missing you, I'm sorry, but I love you all, and I'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a great rest of your day.